of the season. So with the hard work out of the way, let's fill the grandstands and support the players and coaches as they perform on the gridiron. Bobcat of Warsaw is a proud sponsor of Tiger football.
Booyah!
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and DuckDuckGo because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Oz Schroeder will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Oz Schroeder in Warsaw today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Browers Furniture and Flooring is the largest furniture and flooring store in Kosciuszko County. Browers' expansive 55,000 square foot showroom offers a stunning selection of luxury furniture and premium flooring. Whether you're looking to revamp your living space or simply add a touch of class, explore the finest pieces that combine style and comfort, and find the perfect flooring to complete your dream home. Open Monday through Saturday, Browers Furniture and Flooring, 3333 East Center Street in Warsaw.
It's game time. Warsaw Tiger football on News Now Warsaw is brought to you by The Glass Doctor, Alderford Bergen and Company, Splendor Boats, Rab Water, JBC and Associates, Crossroads Bank, Bearded Bigfoot Detailing, Elliott's Trailers and Carts, Flowtech, WR Hall Insurance, R&B Car Company, Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, Rock Hill Pinnock, Bobcat of Warsaw, Sim Financial, Metzger Property, The Spectacle Shop, Otts Schroeder State Farm, the Law Office of Travis McConnell, Browers Furniture Flooring, and SurfNet. And now for the call of tonight's game, here's Roger Grossman and Andy Menace.
Warsaw Tiger football is on the air tonight from Fisher Field. It's week one of the Northern Lakes Conference as Warsaw hosts the Goshen Redhawks. Good evening, everyone. I'm Roger Grossman. It's great to have you with us. This is the 71st meeting between Warsaw and Goshen in football, and would you believe it? They've been playing since 1925, and the series is even, 34-34 with two ties back in 1925 and 1927. The Tigers have dominated of late, winning their last 16 games against Goshen. The last time the Redhawks beat Warsaw was when they were the Redskins back in 2007. Goshen won at Foreman Field 14-7. They have not won in Warsaw since 2002. And during this win streak, the Hawks have only scored 10 points 6 times in those 16 games. And in the last 3 meetings, they scored a total of 14 points. The two coaches, Bart Curtis in his 33rd season, 250 and 120. A win tonight would give him 50 wins at Warsaw in his 7th season. He's 49 and 18. Joey Heklinski, former St. Joe football quarterback, is the head coach at Goshen. This is his first season, and he is off to an 0-2 start. It's a beautiful night for football. We're back to get things started. Warsaw and Goshen next on News Now Warsaw.
I'm your neighbor. You see me at Optimist, you see me at church, you see me at the grocery store. I'm just a regular guy with a law degree who has the know-how to get you the win. I'm Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. With millions of dollars won for clients, call me. I'll give you my personal cell, and we can start working together. The initial call's always free. I handle all types of injuries, falls, crashes, defective products, and more. Call me today, Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. Just say, hey, Google, look up the Law Office of Travis McConnell. Office, Warsaw.
Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts invites you this fall to the widest variety of custom trailers and golf carts in northern Indiana. Hurry in for season-ending prices with 0% financing on all new E-Z-Go and Mad Jack's carts through Sheffield Financial, LLC. Plus, get at least $1,000 off all 2024 new Mad Jack's carts. Go in and find out all of the great deals on new and used golf carts. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, US 30 East Warsaw, where you are always a winner.
This is Kosciuszko County weather for meteorologist Matt Rudkin on News Now Warsaw.
Good evening, everybody. Matt Rudkin here with your weekend forecast. Certainly chilly tonight as we fall back into the 50s. As we push into our Saturday, one of the coldest days in months with highs in the low 60s. It'll be breezy as well with perhaps a shower or two, but the majority of us stay dry. Tomorrow night, temperatures well into the 40s. If you're not a fan of this fall-like weather, hang in there. We're back in the 80s and 90s next week. There's your forecast. I'm Matt Rudkin.
Right now, it's 55 degrees.
Get breaking news and weather alerts on your phone. Text the word news to 574-268-1480. News Now Warsaw, WRSW, 1480 AM and W259BJ, 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
Warsaw Athletics wants to thank their generous corporate sponsors for the 2024-2025 school year and the following premier sponsors who make live video streaming of Tiger home sporting events free on the Tiger Broadcast Network on YouTube in cooperation with us at News Now Warsaw. Boggs Automotive, Lakeside Chevy, and Sim Financial, sponsor of the student section, the Sim Zone. If the Tigers sack their quarterback tonight, Tiger fans win tomorrow. Fans can buy one Big Mac and get a second one free at the both McDonald's restaurant locations in Warsaw. That's at 315 North Detroit Street and near Center Lake at 2473 Jalen Drive in front of Lowe's. Just follow Warsaw Athletics on X, formerly known as Twitter, and also on Facebook, and show them the promotion sent out by the Athletics Department good through the end of the day tomorrow. Northern Lakes Conference football is just different. It is, right? It's just different.
It is, and I'll be very interested to see how we respond. After last week's game, I don't really have no doubts how we will respond, but it'll be interesting to see.
Tigers in their black uniforms with orange numbers and orange trim. They're wearing the orange pants tonight. Goshen is in their white road jerseys with red numbers. They have red pants and red helmets with a stripe down the middle. It is a beautiful night for football. You heard Matt Rudkin describe that it was going to be chilly and windy, and it is very much that. Wind blowing from the north easily at 20 miles an hour, probably closer to 25 miles an hour. The captains are drifting toward the middle of the field. Warsaw will be facing south. They will have the wind at their back here in the first quarter of the game. We don't know the results of the flip, who gets the ball first, but we can tell you that much at this point. There's a last minute. Goshen won the toss, deferred. Warsaw will get the ball first. And it looks like the Goshen kicker is going to kick into the wind, which is not a big deal for them. They want to just kind of bounce the ball down the field a little bit. They're not trying to kick the ball into the end zone. Although with the wind at their back, there's a chance of doing that tonight than they have at other times. Goshen's ready. They're hoping that tonight will be the night that they have everything click. And for Warsaw, they're looking to flush the memory, if I can use that word, flush the memory of last week and turn this season back around to the kind of season that they believe that they are going to have. Thanks to our friend Steve back at the station. He is playing our commercials again tonight. And we're ready for high school football as the Tiger kick return team comes onto the field first. And it will be Wilson on the far side and Tucker Reed on the near side. And they will line up at about the 5-yard line. Based on what we've seen in film, they are not going to get the ball from where they're standing. Goshen is still talking with their special teams coach and expect them to do something tonight, especially early in this game, to try to turn the momentum in their favor. An onside kick, a pooch kick, right?
Yep.
Just something to get off to a good start.
And I like the word you used earlier, flush. I think we need to get that out of our system and see what we can do tonight.
This is kicking off for Goshen. This is Marco Macias. And his brother kicked at Purdue for a while. Notice we're ready to go. 3. Second of 4 home games for the Tigers this season. Macias runs the ball and he bounces it down the field. It's going to be caught, and one of the Tigers will just dive forward. That is Fletcher Pohl, who gets it at the 37-yard line, and that's where Warsaw takes over first down and 10.
Good on Fletcher to just fall on that. Kind of like a falling on it.
He had time to pick it up, but right. There's more things that can happen when you pick it up. You just fall on it. Let's get the offense out here and go to work, and that's what Warsaw will do from their own 37-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. The wide side of the field is their left. Drew Sullivan to start once again at quarterback. He's got Brody Duncan behind him. Wings on either side. Davis is one of them. Brock is the other. Option play up the middle. Sullivan lost the football, and it's going to roll out of bounds. It rolls out of bounds, 45-yard line.
Wow.
Holy cow. The Tigers did not put the ball on the ground once against Michigan City. They fumbled a kickoff and a play from scrimmage, and it ends up being an 8-yard gain for Sullivan and the Tigers. 2nd down and 2. Again, Brock on the far side, Davis on the near side, 2 wideouts on the near side. Logan Carl is the nearest of them. Up the middle, Duncan, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, struggles forward, and I think he's got the first down. He did get past the 47-yard line. That'll move the chains for the Tigers. Opening drive of the football game. We are 15 seconds.
And Warsaw should feel very fortunate to still have that ball. I thought I saw it wrong, but I thought there was plenty of opportunity for 2 Goshen defenders to get that football.
No, I totally believe that's true. I believe that there were 2, maybe 3 guys that had a crack at 1st and 10 Tigers from their 47. Sullivan going to pitch it. Here comes Brock around the corner, turns upfield 50, and he'll be dragged down from behind at the Goshen 48-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain for Quentin Brock, who has found himself a position at that halfback spot, Andy. This is the right spot for him, and it is working out very, very well.
Yep, he's excelled. He's being willing to move, and he's really excelled at that position, as we saw in Week 1 against Michigan City, a couple of those long runs.
And at some point, Bart Curtis is going to get put in the play where he stops and throws the ball. 2nd and 5, ball still in the near hash mark. Sullivan from the 48 of Goshen hands off to Duncan on the right side, and he'll push forward. He's going to be very close to the first down marker, but there's a flag down back at the line of scrimmage, and I believe they blew the play dead. They did. A procedure against Warsaw. So the 5 yards they got, they're going to give back, and it will be 2nd down and 10. Warsaw has struggled with penalties, although last week only 1 penalty for 10 yards. There's 60 yards in penalties here through 2 games. A lot of that because they had 119 yards in penalties in Week 1. Some of which we disputed very loudly at the time and after. Sullivan on the handoff. Oh, and he's going to keep it. He'll turn upfield at the 50. He lost the ball again. However, the official says that his knee was down first. Mercy. That is a gain of 7 yards for Sullivan. And it'll be 3rd down, 3 coming up for the Tigers. And Drew has put the ball on the ground twice.
A little bit of a shaky start here for Warsaw. Not quite the start that you'd like to see.
No, not at all. 2 minutes into the opening quarter. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Tigers at the Goshen 46. Ball in the middle of the field, right in the middle of that orange W. And this is Duncan up the middle on the handoff. And he will be close to the first down, but I don't think he made it. The official on the near side says first down, no measurement, and it's first down Tigers. So give them their second first down of this opening drive. That should have at least been a measurement.
Yeah.
And you and I both thought that he was short by a half yard. 9:30 left to play opening quarter. Warsaw and Goshen, Week 1 of the NLC season. Sullivan takes the handoff, going to keep it, go left, turns upfield, 40, tripped up. He had one man to beat, and he could not get past him. He dives forward and gets to the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards for Sullivan, and that's the best-looking offensive play that the Tigers have run so far.
Yeah, those couple of plays that we've run up the middle have gone for minimal gains. You know, those sweeps to the right or left have been what's worked so far.
Well, minimal gains on those runs up the middle will never stop Bart Curtis from continuing to run them. Sullivan going to keep it, got to get hit, get away, inside the 30, inside the 25, and spun down along the far hash marks at the 24-yard line. So that'll be another first down for the Tigers. And move the chains down to the 24 with 8:45 left to play, clock running here in the opening quarter. This is the opening drive of the football game. Ball in the far hash mark, wide side of the field is right. Chisholm is out here one-on-one with single coverage. And no safety help behind him. Sullivan Option play. Hands off up the middle. And we have another false start penalty against the Tigers.
I believe so.
And that'll back Warsaw up. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 29.
Just chomping at the bit a little too early.
Well, this is part of what Bart Curtis teaches, right? There's a secret to it. I'm not allowed to talk about it on the radio, but there is something that they do that as long as everybody's moving together, it's fine. But if somebody doesn't, then it looks really bad. 1st and 15. Sullivan, option play left, hands off up the middle to Hoffert. Hoffert will dive back to the original line of scrimmage at the 24 for a gain of 5. And it will be 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Tigers. A beautiful night, temperature-wise. The wind makes it pretty chilly. A lot of sweatshirts and jackets down below. No sock hats yet, but by the time this night is over, depending on who's still around by the time this night is over, there could be a lot of sock hats get pulled out of pockets. Sullivan, option right this time. Again, it's Hoffert up the middle, and he gets inside the 20. He'll go down to the 19. That's a gain of 5 more yards for Robbie Hoffert, a senior who came into the game with 7 carries for 11 yards. He's got almost that many now, and it's 3rd down and 5 coming up for Warsaw. They're in field goal range, and the wind at the back of Mason Smythe makes this almost chip shot distance.
Yeah. I mean, he could probably hit the maintenance shed.
Almost.
From this distance.
Almost. 3rd down and 5. Tigers are thinking more. They need to get to the 14. Sullivan from the far hash mark. Pitches the short side. Tucker Reed turns upfield at the 15. He'll get hit, and he'll go down at the 13-yard line. He's got 6 yards. That's a 1st down for Warsaw. With 6:15 left to go here in the opening quarter, Warsaw and Goshen still scoreless. The Redhawks have yet to get their hands on the football.
Well, they've had their chances, but the Tigers are settling down quite nicely.
So imagine it was a very nervous start for them. They just
I'm not sure where that came from.
They would love to get a touchdown out of this. Put the ball on the ground twice, get it back, and have 2 false start penalties, and it's 1st and 10 for the 13. Sullivan from the far hash mark takes it, hands off, Hoffert up the middle, inside the 10. Stumbles a little bit as he got to the 10, goes down at the 8. That's a gain of 5 yards. Stopped on the play for Goshen by Logan Kloppenstein. 2nd down and 5. Tigers need to get to the 3-yard line to get a 1st down, and we are halfway through the opening quarter. Sullivan, again from the far hash mark. Wings on either side. Hoffert is in the backfield. One wide out. That's Carson Chisholm on the near side. Davis and Brock are the wings. Sullivan making sure everybody's ready and in the right spot. And Sullivan's fumbled the snap. It's rolling around inside the 5-yard line, and the Tigers recovered it again. The Tigers recover it again. That is Ponce, who recovered it at the 4. So I'll tell you during the next commercial break how we do that. Just remember, that's a gain of, 4 yards?
Yep.
And it's 3rd down and 1.
Playing with fire.
They are. 3rd and 1. Sullivan from the 4. Quarterback sneak, pushes forward and walks into the end zone. Touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run for Drew Sullivan on the opening drive, and the Tigers are on the board first. It's 6-0.
That was an interesting drive.
That's one way to put it.
I guess that's the way that I will put it. You fumble the ball 3 times, one on a bad snap or an exchange problem, but very fortunate to come out of that with points.
Mason Smythe for the point after. Mason so far this season's 2 out of 2. And Goshen jumped off sides. Bart Curtis says he wants to decline it. He has no interest in going for 2 here. So Smythe will get everybody lined up. Jaden Habager is the snapper. Taylor Villama is waiting back there to put it down for Smythe. Good snap, spot is down, kick is away, and it is good. 5:07 left to play opening quarter. Warsaw 7, Goshen nothing. We're back after these words on News Now Warsaw.
Elliott's Heating and Air Conditioning is now partnering with Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, providing you with heating, air conditioning, and plumbing service and installation.
Hi, this is Kim from Where Household needed a new water heater. We knew exactly who to turn to, and that's Elliott's. Their service was not only swift, but also impeccably efficient in installing their new unit. Elliott's truly exceeded our expectations like always.
7-0 Tigers, 5:07 left to play here in the opening quarter. Warsaw on the opening drive goes 63 yards in 13 plays. Well, four of them could have been disastrous. The Tigers were able to get out of the mess that they were in and get to the end zone. Six minutes and 53 seconds they ran off the clock on that opening drive on those 13 plays. And Smythe has the ball teed up with the win. This should be pretty easy pickings for him to get his 6th touchback in 7 tries, and he does exactly that. That lands beyond the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and Goshen will take over from their 20-yard line. First down and 10.
This will be interesting to see with the Tiger defense if they're able to flex their muscles a little bit and to hold that Goshen offense down, especially that passing attack that Goshen has. See if we get some pressure on the quarterback.
Well, Goshen's going into the wind, too. That's not going to help them one little bit.
Nope.
Warsaw doesn't care. He can blow all he wants. And Warsaw is just fine with that. We get our first look at the sophomore quarterback, Carter Diaz. 20 of 36 passing, 278 yards, 2 games so far this season. Ball in the near hash mark at the 20. They'll go empty backfield and send Clevenger off to the right. Egoff is going to pick him up way out there. Diaz takes a knee-high snap, quick throw near side. It's caught by Janice, and Janice is going to get snowed under. They will mark it as a loss of about a half yard, so officially no gain. Second down and 10.
That's a tough ask of your wide receiver to catch a screen pass with no blockers out there. That's a tough ask.
That's showing a lot of confidence in your guy, especially this early in the game, before when guys get tired and things like that. That is a tough ask. Second down and 10. Clevenger now goes back into the backfield. He's behind Carter Diaz. They've got a very tight formation. They were all spread out last try. Now they will come close, and whistles and flags fly. And what?
I think we got some movement on Goshen.
Illegal procedure against the Red Hawks. Second down and 15 coming up for them. Again, they're 0-2. They were blown out in each of their first 2 games. They scored 17 points. They were shut out 56-0 by New Prairie last week. Ball in the near hash mark at the 15. Wide side of the field is the Goshen right. They've got 3 wideouts on the near side. And they will hand off to Clevenger, and he's going to get hit and thrown for a big loss. Back inside the 12-yard line, mark him back at the 11. That's a loss of 4, and we have another flag down. Hold on before you mark any of that. The referee will come over and take a look. Dead ball foul, illegal procedure against Goshen.
The play that shouldn't have been.
Well, if it's illegal procedure, Warsaw can decline the penalty, and that's what they're going to do. The play does count. If it's a false start, then that's different. So it ends up being a loss of 3 yards back to the 12. And now it's third down and 17, almost 18 coming up for the Red Hawks. Down 7-0. And now we have whistles, and we have a timeout. Timeout Goshen, 3:48 to go in the quarter. Warsaw 7-0 leaders, back in 60 on News Now Warsaw.
It's that time of year again. Football is back, and soon it's time to sign up for the open enrollment of Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D drug plans, and individual health care plans through the Affordable Care Act. Contact JVC and Associates to update new plan designs and find out about increased subsidies to help reduce marketplace premiums. Call John at 574-527-1295. Call with any questions and be ready to sign up for the Medicare plans beginning October 15th and for individual health care plans on November 1st. Go Tigers!
As one of the leading estate sales companies in the area, Metzger Property Services has decades of communal experience between their qualified real estate agents. Metzger lists and sells all types of real estate at auction or private sale. Whether it's agricultural, residential, commercial, or developmental, there is an agent with the experience you need working for you. For sales or acquisitions, private or auction, give them a call and find out the many benefits of buying or selling real estate at auction. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon, generation after generation.
They quickly rejoined the game. On third down, Goshen tried a screen pass, and Cohen Hetty picked it off and ran it into the end zone, 11 yards for a touchdown, and the Tigers are back on the board.
Cohen's been playing baseball this will be his fourth year against Goshen. And he did what he does in the springtime and just saw the ball in the air, grabbed it, ran it in.
That ball was in the air a long time. The wind looked like it had a little bit of an effect on that one as they tried to get the ball to Clevenger. And it hung up there, and Coden said, "I'll take that, thank you very much." Snap, spot, Smythe boots it up and kicks it through. 3:43 left to play first quarter. Warsaw leads 14-0. We're back in 60 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
False start, pass interference, offsides.
All bad things in football.
Spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin and hair.
All bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
Stay connected to what's important this fall. With Surf's affordable fiber-fast internet, you can stay connected to friends and family with unlimited data caps, no throttling, and no lagging for as low as $25 a month with autopay. With our all-in pricing and price lock guarantee, there are no hidden fees and no surprises. And as a local provider, with customer service representatives from your community, we understand your needs and are here to help. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas. Go to surfinternet.com to learn more and for full offer details.
A station you can rely on during severe weather. This is News Now, Warsaw.
Smythe to boot it away, high and deep and into the end zone for another touchback. Mason's 2 for 2, and Warsaw has a 14-0 lead with 3:43 left to play in this opening quarter. Great start for the Tigers after the almost disaster at every turn on about the first 7 plays of that opening drive.
And credit the Tiger offense for regrouping, getting their 4, 5, 6 yards a pop, occasionally, 8, 9, 10 yards, getting in that end zone, and then the credit that Tiger defense, who in 3 plays have already impressed me so much.
Red Hawks break the huddle with 15 on the play clock, trailing 14-0. And they will start from the middle of the field at their 20-yard line going into the wind. Diaz sends a man in motion. They flip it to Janice, running to the right, turns upfield 25. He's to the 30. He will get across the 30 and get the first down. He never really went down. He was spun around, and he was still off the ground. He was on the body of a Tiger defender, and he ends up with 11 yards and a first down for Goshen.
And that's kind of the stuff that Goshen's going to have to do to be, somewhat successful tonight, is a lot of that misdirection and, who has the ball. Running straight at the Tigers for Goshen, it's probably not going to be a recipe for success.
3:34 left to go opening quarter. Tigers with a 14-0 lead. 2 wide out to the near side. 1 to the far, that's Janice. 1 man in the backfield behind Diaz. And they'll turn and they'll give it to the man in the backfield. He breaks a tackle, makes another man miss. He gets across the 35 out to the 37. That's a gain of 6 yards for Nicholas Johnson. Johnson is a big dude, 5'10", 185. He is just in the 10th grade. As a matter of fact, Goshen only has 6 seniors on their roster. And so if your seniors are your leaders, that's tough to lead when there's only 6 of you on a football team. Second down and 4. And again, they run Johnson, and this time he can't get past Grady Nelson. Nelson tackles him back inside the 35. They mark it at the 34. That's a loss of 2 yards. Grady Nelson with his 4th solo tackle of the young season. And it brings up 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Red Hawks.
Clevenger got the ball, and next thing he knew, Grady was on top of him.
Yeah, he really didn't have a chance to make a move, did he? 3rd down and 7 coming up. They will send Kime to the right. 2 wideouts to the near side. Now they have 2 backs in the backfield. One's in Johnson, and he's coming to the near side. Flags are down. I don't think they were set. Here's Diaz scrambling for his life. He throws it over his team's bench. There's going to be intentional grounding on top of this. I believe that Goshen, in their movement to get ready for the snap, I don't believe they ever got set. And Diaz threw the ball behind his bench, not past the line of scrimmage, not with a guy in the neighborhood. And the flag from the referee came out after he took a good long look around and asked for help from the head linesman. And so now they are giving Bart Curtis his options, which are plenty.
Yeah, I think we'll take the intentional grounding because it was a loss of down.
Yep.
And I think the first one might have been an illegal formation. I think they had 5 guys in the backfield. But it's one of those 2. It didn't look right.
Well, you can have 5. You can't have 6. That ball foul. Intentional grounding. 4th down.
It's a no-brainer.
There were other flags down. The Tigers aren't interested in them. So they're going to mark this off from the 31 back to the 26. So it's a 5-yard penalty. And it brings up 4th down, and Goshen will have to punt. Their punter, they've got a couple guys that have punted this year. Carter Diaz is one of them. Janice is the other. And if they were a little closer to, if it was 4th and 2, then you might see Carter Diaz back there just in case they might want to run a fake. It's Janice that is back there right now, standing at his 11-yard line. And the Tigers up front look like they are ready to run after him and try to block this kick. He'll be kicking in the wind. It's going to bounce once back. Janice is going to run to his right a little and kick it down the field. It's going to bounce at the 50, roll across into Tiger territory, and be down at the 47-yard line. 1:58 left to play in the opening quarter. Andy, Warsaw leads 14-0.
Solid start, and what could really benefit us now is we just, good field. We're in Goshen territory right now. Just be efficient like we always do and usually do, and score a 3rd touchdown of the game.
Hang on to that ball.
Yeah, well, this will be an interesting drive to see if we can improve on the last drive, shall we say.
Yeah. So the Tigers take over from their 47-yard line. 1:58 left to play in the half. An offensive score and a defensive score, and they lead 14-0. Sullivan dropping back to throw, looking. Got a man open down the far side of the field. Oh, and he just overthrew Quentin Brock. Brock was 3 yards behind his man. The pass with the wind, it was just a little bit strong.
Yeah, I think the wind was definitely a factor there.
And James Leiter was down behind the play back at the line of scrimmage. I think he's okay, but the officials want him to get checked out. So one of the training staff from Warsaw will do that, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Warsaw, so far this season, passing the ball 2 out of 11. Really, we're hoping that their passing game would improve to help this running game, but so far we have not seen the fruit of that. From the Tiger 47, ball on the far hash mark, wide side of the field is right. Sullivan will hand off up the middle, and this is a big hole, but there are flags down. I think Warsaw movement again. I believe this is going to cost him 5 yards. Duncan got 7 yards on a second down carry, but this is coming back. And it is not a sharp start for the Warsaw offense at all.
No, not at all. When it's functioning at a high level, it's art. It's something to behold. But right now, it's just a little sputtering.
Ball comes back to the Tiger 42 with 1:50 left in the quarter. Quarter dominated by the Warsaw defense, who has a defensive score and a forced punt. To their credit, second down and 15 for the Tigers. Reed and Davis are the wings this time. Duncan is behind the quarterback, and they hand off on the counter play, and this is Tucker Reed, and he breaks a tackle, spins away from another, and gets across the 45 and out to the 48-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain for the sophomore. It's on one of the Tiger sprint relays during the track and field season. Third down and 9 coming up for Warsaw.
I really like that play call because usually out of that formation, that flexible formation, it's either, fullback dive up the middle, option to one way, sweep to one way. When you get misdirection like that, that's a good thing to have in your arsenal.
Third down and 9. Ball inside the far hash mark. 2 wide outs to the near side, 1 on the far. Sullivan takes a snap, rolling to his right. Has plenty of time. Pump fakes, now takes off. 50, and he'll go down at the Goshen 47-yard line. That'll be a gain. Actually, they give him to the 46. So give him a gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down and 3, and the offense is staying on the field here for the Tigers. Not a big surprise. Nobody in Northern Indiana goes for it more than Bart Curtis does, especially inside of 5 yards. Tigers checking their wristbands. The play being signaled in from the board on the near sideline. Ball in the near hash mark at the Goshen 46. Warsaw has to get it to the 43 to keep the drive going. Sullivan takes the snap, option right. Duncan, first down and more. Inside the 40, 35, 30 up the near sideline. Still going 25 to the 20. And they will mark him down. Hold on. They mark him out of bounds back at the 22-yard line. Big run for Brody Duncan, who came into the game with 22 carries, 69 yards. And he got more than 20 on that run.
That's a big credit to the offensive line. Those pulling the left side of that line that pulled to the right just opened up some gigantic holes.
8 seconds left to play in the quarter. Warsaw with a 14-0 lead and threatening once again. Right now at the 22-yard line. Ball in the near hash mark. Very tight formation here. Extra lineman, a tight end, 2 wings. Sullivan takes the snap. He's going to turn upfield. Gets inside the 20. He'll push the pile down to the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Warsaw 14, Goshen nothing. We're back in 60 seconds with quarter 2 on News Now Warsaw.
One of the most popular questions we get asked at Reinhold's Furniture is, when is your next sale? The answer is right now. The Labor Day Savings Event is underway at Reinhold's, and it's a great time to save on furniture for every room in your home. Getting to Reinhold's is easier than ever. In addition to our Warsaw location, we now have opened a second location in downtown Columbia City. We're here to stay, but this sale isn't. Stop into either location before September 7th for the selection and savings you've been waiting for. Reinhold's Furniture in Warsaw and Columbia City. Your friends in the furniture and mattress business.
Invest your money in a bank that invests into the heart of the community where you live and work. Crossroads Bank makes sensible loans to friends and neighbors so that together our communities grow. Visit crossroadsbanking.com or stop in at one of their locations with offices in Columbia City, North Manchester, Peru, South Whitley, Syracuse, Wabash, and Warsaw. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where your bank and your life meet. Crossroads Bank.
Get all the big stories first. News Now, Warsaw.
Roger, Andy, Austin, Steve back at the station. Warsaw 14-0 leaders over Goshen after 1. Warsaw with second down and 5 coming up to start quarter 2 from the Red Hawks 17-yard line. Now going toward the north end of Fisher Field on this chilly, windy Friday night in middle October. Oh, no, wait, it's early September. Feels like October.
Sure does.
Duncan's in the backfield behind Sullivan. Wings on either side. Again, an extra lineman in on the left side of the formation. And everybody in close. Sullivan, option play left, keeps it, and he'll pitch back late. Tucker Reed turns the corner. 10, 5, and he's in! Touchdown, Tigers! Touchdown, Warsaw. Tucker Reed scores his first varsity touchdown, and it's going to be 20-0.
Another great job by the offensive line, paving the way, getting in that end zone.
That will not be that young man's last touchdown. He's going to score a lot of touchdowns for the Warsaw Tigers.
Once he got in the open, it was no doubter.
Point after coming here for Mason Smythe. He's 2 for 2 in this game. Vilma to hold it. Homberger to snap it back to him. Snap, spot, kick up, and right through the middle. 21-0 Tigers. 11:53 left to play here in quarter 2. We're back in 60 on News Now Warsaw.
The cold weather is coming, so now is the time to visit Splendor Boats in Warsaw for all their off-season boating services. Indoor safe and clean boat storage, winterization, and shrink wrapping. Splendor can also change the look of your pontoon by replacing that old carpet flooring with new marine-grade vinyl. Redeck over the winter and have it ready to go next spring. Plus, redo your boat's furniture and canvas tops with their canvas and upholstery department. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
Sim Financial Advisors has been in the game for over 55 years, quarterbacking financial planning for families and businesses. And we're not just on the sidelines, we're right there with you, strategizing, planning, and helping you score. With offices across Indiana, including right here in Warsaw, Sim is your home team for financial planning and management. Visit sim.com to learn more. Okay, let's huddle up. Go Tigers!
Fast, accurate, reliable. This is News Now Warsaw.
21-0 Warsaw. Just starting the second quarter. Tigers scoring on the first play of the second. And now Mason Smythe has the ball teed up. Now the challenge for Mason, who's 2 for 2 on kickoffs into the end zone with the win. Now he's kicking into a 20-mile-an-hour breeze. Goshen's got some guys back there that have some speed or dangerous. Let's see how this works out. Smythe will run to the ball, and he'll kick his regular kickoff, and guess what? It's going to be returned from the 3-yard line. Coming out, 10, 15, ran into his own man at the 20-yard line, and he will work his way out to the 23-yard line. And down at the bottom of the pile there, you have number 11. I don't have a number 11. Oops. So 11:46 left to play here in the half. Warsaw with a 21-0 lead, and the Redhawks get the football back.
So now we know what Mason Smythe's kryptonite is a 20-mile-an-hour headwind.
Yeah.
A 3-yard kryptonite.
For sure. And the Redhawks will begin in the middle of the field at the 23. Diaz got one man to his left in the backfield. He'll fake the handoff, drop back to throw, loft it up the far side. It's going to be caught. It's Janice at the 45, breaks the tackle 50, 45-40, and run out of bounds into the Goshen bench at the Tiger 37-yard line. That ball was lofted up there. It was in the air a long time, and there wasn't a Tiger anywhere nearby.
Defensive backs got caught looking in the backfield, just assuming it was going to be a run. It was a good play action. I can't fault Goshen for that. I mean, that was a really good play action pass, but our safeties and that right side cornerback just looking in the backfield a little too long.
First down Goshen, 11:37 left to play in the half. Warsaw leads 21-0. Redhawks with their best offensive effort so far. Diaz, quick throw far side. Janice, he's behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to throw it down the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Daler-Willem off the far sideline. Still inbounds? No, out of bounds at the 34-yard line, and there's a flag, I believe, on the return.
Yep.
Actually, there are 2 flags back there at about the 29-yard line. So Villama's going to get credit for the interception, and then the penalty yardage for the illegal block is going to back Warsaw up. They'll take it.
I believe that to be the case. And that play from Goshen didn't look good from the beginning. It was a screen to the left side. The wide receiver took a couple steps back, so behind the line of scrimmage. Although it was a backwards pass, so that the wide receiver could throw it, and just threw it kind of seemingly up for grabs. And Villama was like, "Thank you very much, and I will return that."
Couldn't wait for that thing to come down, could he?
No. Yep, block in the back.
Yep. So it'll be Tiger football from about the 20-yard line. It's a 10-yard penalty, so you know, at Austin. Here comes the offense onto the field for Warsaw. And where they're going to put the ball is, I think, right at the 20.
Yeah, that was one of those, probably didn't have to use that block in order to get Villama more yards, so...
No, correct. Guys trying to make a play. Yep. Hard to fault them for that. First down, Warsaw from their 20-yard line, up 21-0. Pitch sweep. Here comes Davis around the corner with blockers. 25-30. Cuts back the middle. 35. Ran over a guy at the 35. Then gets stood up by another guy before he's finally wrestled to the ground at the 37-yard line. That's a 27-yard run for Davis for the Tigers. And his best run of the season so far.
And the Tiger offensive line starting to flex their muscles a little bit. We're starting to see holes that just weren't there 30, 45 minutes ago.
First down and 10 Tigers from their own 37, leading by 21. A minute into quarter two. Sullivan takes his time, now settles under center. And they'll run the option play left. Sullivan's going to keep it, turn upfield at the 40, and dive all the way out to the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards for Drew Sullivan. We do have a new center in the game for the Tigers. We talked about Maureen going out, and in there is Tyler Antunes Brito. We had him on Tiger Talk after the Michigan City game. You got to know him a little bit. And he's been working. There's one significant difference between he and Maureen, and I will explain it in a second. And it's a big deal. Then Andy's going to explain why that's such a big thing. Up the middle, fullback dive. Brody Duncan, first down Tigers. He'll be marked down at the 49 of Goshen. And that's a 5-yard gain and a first down. Okay, so the difference is Maureen is well over 6 foot, and in cleats with his helmet on, he's about 6'4". And Antunes Brito is 5'7". So why is that a problem for Drew Sullivan?
Just a little bit further down to reach. You know, that squat position from the quarterback is just a little. You can see it plain as day too.
Under 10 minutes left to play in the half. Warsaw up 21-0. Up the middle goes Hoffert. Hoffert dives across the 45 and goes down at the 43-yard line. So that's a gain of 6 yards on first down carry for the senior. And yes, that's the son of Warsaw School Superintendent Dr. David Hoffert, who you hear on this program, on this radio station on In the Know, updating us on what's going on with the school corporation. Second down and 4 coming up for the Tigers. Ball in the near hash mark at the Goshen 43. Sullivan ducks under center, takes the snap, pitches right. Davis around the corner, 40, spun around and spun forward. That's helpful. It's going to be a first down for the Tigers to the Goshen 36-yard line. So another good gain for Evan. First down, Warsaw, as they continue to move the ball with 9 minutes left to play here in the opening half. Warsaw already with 8 first downs last week. They had 7 total first downs for the entire game.
And I know it's a lot easier said than done, especially when you're in wide open field like that. But when you have that offensive line that pulled out in front of you and is ready to make that block, just wait that split second and then get that block made, and then you might be able to break it for 5-10 yards more.
Sullivan from the Goshen 36. Drops back to throw, looking, pressure coming. Lost it down the middle of the field, and he's got his man. It's Quinn Brock at the 5. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers. Drew Sullivan Sullivan with a touchdown pass for Warsaw, his first since he was a sophomore. And it's 27-0 Warsaw.
And just a classic, drop back pass, which you've now seen 3 times in this game, which is kind of unheard of, without even like a play action or a fake option, but just a pure drop back. Finding these defenders, not knowing what to do. Great pass.
Well, run, and then all of a sudden, there it goes over your head. That's what makes it difficult to stop this offense when it's running right. Smythe for the point after. It's up and through. 28-0 Warsaw. 8:24 left to play first half. We're back in 60 on News Now Warsaw.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is the W.R. Hall Insurance Group. Hi, this is Mike Hall. My family's 100-plus years in business are more than just a milestone. We've been building trust for over a century by serving the needs of local clients to the best of our abilities. We offer the best quality service that comes with the experience and industry insight by providing home, auto, business, farm, and life insurance. Let us at W.R. Hall Insurance Group find out if auto owner's insurance makes sense for you. Simple, human sense.
Here we go. You know why to go to R&B Car Company, right? 90 days till your first payment, $3,500 minimum for your trade. And with locations in South Bend, Warsaw, and now Fort Wayne, you need to find out why we are where you ought to be. Because financing available with any kind of credit, we've got banks that cater to everyone. No matter the need, from compacts to big honking diesels, fast and friendly service, and the best deal bottom line. So shop now and get pre-approved at rbcarcompany.com.
If you want news and you want it now, you want News Now Warsaw.
80 yards for the Tigers in 3:04, the last 36 on a pass play from Sullivan to Quentin Brock. Warsaw leads 28-0, and Smythe is going to kick off, and this one's going to be a touchback. Lane's about 3 yards beyond the goal line, and all it's got to do is cross that plane, and that gives Smythe another touchback, and Goshen will have the football, trailing by 28 with 8:24 left to play here in the first half.
Warsaw has definitely settled down after that first half. That first half of that first drive, obviously a little shaky, but we definitely have settled down on offense and of course, defense.
And that first few plays was not fun. They survived it, got out of there, put the ball on the ground 3 times, actually gained yards on all 3 of them. Goshen's got the ball starting from their own 20. Diaz hands off Johnson, trying to get around the corner, and he is snowed under. Black jerseys all around, back at the 17-yard line. A loss of 3 in the play. Habegger was one. Strawn was another. Hetty was back there too. Yep. Loss of 3 on the play.
Those linebackers with great pursuit angles there. Just ripping through that Goshen offensive line.
Well, right now, Warsaw's doing to Goshen what Warren Central did to Warsaw last week, which is just say, look, just go.
Yep.
Just go. Because right now, they can't stop our defensive front. They just can't. Diaz takes the snap, fakes the handoff, going to be pressured, and going to be hit, and down he goes. That is Matthew Flores Ortega with the sack. His first sack of the season, the 5th for the Tigers this year. That's a loss of 5 more yards back to the 12, and it is 3rd down and very long coming up for Goshen.
And that is every defender's dream. There was a blitz off that outside linebacker spot. Nobody picked him up. Quarterback looking the other way, and you got just a nice hit on the quarterback.
He could have really hurt him. Yeah. That's not Matthew's way, right?
No.
He is not that kind of kid. But he could have really put his shoulder into the middle of his back and really rocked him. He did not. And it's 3rd down now and almost a full 20. Play action. Oh, and then Diaz dropped back in the pocket, felt pressure, took off, got back to the line of scrimmage. So it's a running play and no gain. And it's 4th down, and Goshen will have to punt. That was a business decision, wasn't it? He was feeling like he was going to get hit pretty hard, and so he just decided, I'm just going to stop here.
Yeah, and you don't see that too often, especially in the open field like that. No. But he did sense, 3 or 4 Tigers about ready to converge, and he probably chose his best option.
And he's back in his own end zone. Play clock at 7 as Goshen finally gets set. Tigers have Wilson back deep to return this kick if he gets a chance, and he's going to get a chance. Backpedaling from the 48-yard line on his own side of 50. To the 50, the 45, breaks the tackle, breaks another 40, 35 to the outside, and tackled inside the 35 at the 33-yard line. A low line drive punt. The wind can't help that kind of a kick. And Wilson gets his first chance to return a punt this season, and he had a pretty good time of it. That is 10, 20 yards on the return for Tristan.
Yep, good vision there, good line of sight, able to elude some Goshen defenders. And now our offense can really hammer this home here, which would start a running clock midway through the second quarter.
No, it wouldn't start till halftime.
Halftime.
No, it never starts before halftime. Sullivan and company go to work. First down and 10 from the Goshen 32. Option play. Sullivan keeps it, turns upfield, breaks the tackle. 25-20. Oh, almost broke another tackle. He'd have broken that one. He'd have been on his way. He still gets good yardage. That's a 15-yard gain for the Tiger quarterback and a first down with 5:52 left to play here in the first half. And Warsaw already up 28-0.
And that play, there were 4 Goshen Redhawks, 4 defenders, probably from the defensive line, maybe middle linebacker, that were on their backs, courtesy of the Wild Hogs.
They're off to a great first half. Tigers up by 28, looking for more. Sullivan, option play, flags fly, movement by the Tigers again. That's going to cost them 5 yards and back the ball up to about the 23-yard line. Warsaw not penalized a lot last week, just one penalty for 10 yards. But it really, in reality, cost them 25 yards because the illegal block denied Tucker Reed a chance for a big gain. First and 15, Sullivan. Ball on the far hash mark, wide side of the field is left. And whistle sound and flags fly again.
Not sure about that one. I've been sure about the other ones. But just because our right halfback, is that what it's going to be? Yeah, I don't like that one.
The referee is trying to explain as best he can why the flag came in. So 10 yards and penalties just in this portion of the drive. They get first down and 20 from the Goshen 27. Warsaw's got to get the ball inside the 8-yard line to get a first down. 5 minutes left to play, first half. Warsaw up 28-0. Logan Carl out here one-on-one is the only wide out in this formation. There goes Brock in motion, option play right. They give it to Duncan. He breaks the tackle. 25, 20, 15, down inside the 10-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 8-yard line. So it's, I believe, a 19-yard gain because he did not make it to the first down marker. And that's Duncan's best run. His dad's on the coaching staff. His dad was a pretty good football player here back in the day. We won't say how long ago to protect his age. Hopefully he'd appreciate that.
I'm sure he would.
Second down and 1 for the Tigers. Ball at the 8. Sullivan for the right hash mark. Option play. This is Hofford inside the 5 down to the 3. That's a first down. That's a gain of 6 yards for the Tigers. First and goal.
Again, impressed with the offensive line. Just moving Redhawks out of the way.
They are running to the line of scrimmage. As soon as that ball is set and the whistle sounds, the Tigers are up there. Sullivan looking back for the play. Checking his wristband. Now he's going to relay it to the team. From the 3, first and goal, Warsaw, trying to go up 34. Drew takes a snap, pitches back. This is Reed. He's looking for his second, and he's got it. Touchdown. Tucker Reed on a 3-yard sweep around the left end makes it 34-0.
Simple toss to the left there, and again, I can't compliment that offensive line enough. Just moving Redhawks out of the way. and it's taking nothing away from Tucker, but there's nobody in front of him. So it's the offensive line doing a great job, and Tucker is also doing his job scoring on that touchdown.
I'll just say it. I could have run that one in. And again, that's no disparagement against TR.
No.
That is just how big a hole that was to the left side. Smythe for the extra point. Up and good. 3:35 left to play first half. 35-0 Warsaw over Goshen. We're back after these words on News Now Warsaw.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon. As football season approaches, smart players do their best to protect themselves from the possibility of injury. In our lives, we can't always do that, but we run the risk every day of being injured by the negligence of another person. If you've been injured in an automobile accident, a fall, or for any other reason which appears to be the fault of someone else, Rock Hill Pinnock can advise you on your legal rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 574-267-6116 for an appointment to make sure your rights are protected. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
Whoa, what's that?
Oh, that's Bearded Bigfoot.
The Bearded what?
The Bearded Bigfoot detailing team. I called them to help clean up our car after a long road trip. Phil and his team took care of our interior and exterior. They also handle ceramic coatings, paint correction, and so much more. Our car looked fresh off the lot. And now they clean up big rigs, trucks, tractors, big and small. Bearded Bigfoot, he'll detail them all.
Call Dylan and his team today at 574-551-4700 or find them on Facebook for a quote today at Bearded Bigfoot Detailing.
News Now Warsaw, WRSW, 1480 AM and W259BJ, 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
Roger, Andy and Austin with you on a Friday night at Chili Fisher Field. Warsaw, a 35-0 lead over Goshen. And a kickoff that will be taken at the 3-yard line and run back. 15, 20, and out to the 22-yard line. And again, that's our mysterious number 11. We'll find out at halftime who that is. We'll give an earful to our good friend Brent Randall. 23-yard line is where Goshen will start this next series. They had the one long pass play. It set them up in pretty good shape.
It did.
And then they tried a halfback pass, and it ended up in disaster. As an intercepted pass gave Warsaw the ball back and set them up the chance to score. Clevenger off the right side, and he's going to be thrown for a loss back to the 20.
And you're right. This is kind of what we were seeing last week at Warren Central. Just the roles reversed a little bit.
Yep.
Like Goshen is just not able to get anything on the ground.
Clevenger loses 3 yards at second down and 13. You scroll down for me so I can see how many rushing yards they have as a team. 8 carries for 4 yards.
Wow.
3 minutes left to play in the first half. Second down and 13. You're over there. You're Joey Heklinski. What are you telling your team to do on offense? They tried to pass it. It's been intercepted. They've tried to run it. They go backwards. And they're going to run left. This is Diaz. And Diaz is going to be thrown for a loss. And again, he hit the deck. Villalma came up and hit him back at the 19-yard line. That's a loss of another yard for the Goshen quarterback. That's going to be third down and 14 coming up for the Redhawks with 2.5 minutes left to play. What he'd really like to do is just get off the field and get into halftime and regroup.
Yeah, I mean the only play that's really worked for Goshen is that play action that went, that long pass, but not a whole lot else has been successful.
Third down and 14 for Goshen. Backed up inside their 20. Back to throw Diaz. Throws it out in the flat. He's got Janice. He'll turn upfield. 20, 25. Oh, look out. Look out. And that is Matthews Flores Ortega, who hit and knocked him backwards. And that's a runner running at full speed forwards. It is a gain of 5 yards. And Warsaw takes timeout. Timeout Tigers, 1:47 left in the half. Warsaw leads 35-0. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Hi, this is Alan Aldifer. Ready to take control of your financial game?
Just like in football, whether you are looking at a game-opening drive or a 2-minute drill for a game winner, at Alderfer Bergen & Company Retirement Planning, we know how to make every play count. Let us help your retirement plan become a winning financial plan. Don't fumble your future. Let us become your financial coaches.
Listen to the Tigers anywhere in the world at newsnowwarsaw.com and on the News Now Warsaw app.
35-0 Warsaw. The running clock doesn't start until halftime, but we will have a running clock for the entire second half. Fourth down, Warsaw took time out to get the ball back, leave some time left for the offense. Janice will back up to his 10-yard line. And Wilson is standing at his 45. Janice has the wind at his back. Good snap. He will run to the right and kick it down the field. And Wilson's going to back up and chase it. It's going to land at the 35 to the 30. Rolls near the 25. Tristan Wilson ran up next to it. And then he wisely bailed out. 1:38 left to play in the half. Andy and Warsaw leads 35-0, and they will start this drive from the 26.
And I'm up here in the press box silently with my hands saying, don't pick it up. Don't try to pick it up. Only bad things are going to happen if you pick it up. And he wisely did not pick it up.
He did not.
Let's see if this last minute 38, if we can't get another score here.
Yeah,
that'd be.
Here's and I know what you're thinking. Andy says that, and I was about to say the same thing. Here's the issue: if you're Warsaw, you're up 35-0. You haven't played that great on offense,
right?
And right now they're looking to clean up execution things. From the 26, Sullivan drops back, rolling out, throws it, got a man open. It's Egoff at the 30. Then he goes backwards. He's going to run all the way back to the other side of the field, then cut up field. 30, spinning 35. He's going to end up with almost a first down out of it. He ran 40 yards and ended up with a gain of 11. First down, Tigers.
It was a long run for 11 yards.
Ethan might have a discussion with somebody in the near sidelines. Coach Kuntz, the wide receivers coach, may have some words with him on that. Clock running, 1:20 left to play in the half. Sullivan back to throw, looking right, fires to the far sideline, got Tucker Reed. Reed got his first catch of the season, and the pass is... Reed makes the catch and runs to the 49-yard line. Clock stops with 1:10 left. Warsaw with another first down.
This is also a good time to practice the quote-unquote 2-minute drill.
Yes.
This is a great time.
And that's what we're seeing right now. Sullivan takes a snap, and whistle sounds, and flags fly. Another penalty coming up here on the Tigers.
Wow. And that's the sort of stuff that Coach Curtis would like to see cleaned up a little bit.
Cleaned up a lot.
Yeah.
You do that in a couple weeks against Concord, you're going to get yourself beat.
Yep.
First and 15 with 1:09 left to play in the half. Warsaw has 2 timeouts remaining. They used one on defense to get the ball back. Sullivan now from the Tiger 44, ball in the far hash mark. Wide side of the field is left. There are 2 wideouts on this side. Sullivan dropped the snap. It bounced back up to him. He'll throw it on the run. It's Tucker Reed again into Goshen territory. He'll be slammed to the turf at the Red Hawk 48-yard line. They're going to say he stayed in bounds, so the clock keeps running, and Warsaw will hurry to the line of scrimmage. Reed will hand the ball to the official, and Warsaw will get organized. Second down after a gain of 3 and 7. And Sullivan will clock the ball with 43.2 left to play here, and Warsaw will face third down and 7.
And there may be a time later this season where, say you're down 3 with 45 seconds left to go in the game, and you need this practice against a real live opponent, not just in practice.
Yes.
And this is a great time to do it.
Because they do practice this every Thursday and some Wednesdays, but it's against air. It's not against any defense at all, let alone an opposing defense looking to stop you. Back to throw, Sullivan, this time rolling right. Got a man open. It's Egoff. He'll make the catch and turn upfield, and I think he's got the first down. He does at the 41-yard line. So that'd be a gain of 7 with 37.5 left. Warsaw's got another first down. And that is 14 first downs in the first half for the Tigers. That's $28 for the Riley Kids Club. Alan and Mike are going to have to get the checkbook. They're going to remember this game as the game that they got soaked on. And they will happily pay for that. 41-yard line of the Red Hawks. Tigers with 37.5 left. Sullivan back to throw. He's going to take off and around the middle. He's got a hole, 35. To the far sideline, 25. To the 20. To the 15. And he'll go down inside the 15-yard line and be marked at the 12-yard line. That's a 27-yard run for Drew Sullivan, and the Tigers are in the red zone. Now, the clock runs because he was still in bounds, and again, Sullivan will clock it, which means he takes the snap and throws it immediately to the ground. That is not intentional grounding because he was under center. So it's second down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Tigers looking to tack on more. There is no JV game tomorrow because Goshen doesn't have one.
I'm afraid the second half may serve as that JV game for us.
I think so. Yeah. Sullivan takes a snap, dropping back, looks, lobs it to Egoff in the near corner of the end zone. He got shoved over, and there comes the flag. There comes another flag. The defender can't believe that throwing a flag. I will say what I always say with a smile on my face. I can't believe he can't believe it.
Yep.
He basically just grabbed a hold of Egoff by the shoulder pads and pushed him down, never turned around to look for the ball. Referee trying to explain to him, and he still has his hands out as if I don't get it.
Right. And if one of the you listeners out there look in the dictionary and look at pass interference, that is what we just saw.
Yes, for sure. That moves the ball to the 7-yard line. So, Austin, that turns out to be about a 6-yard penalty. It is not an automatic first down, by the way, in high school football. Only the roughing and personal foul penalties are automatic. So it's second down and about 4. Sullivan for the far hash mark. Drops back, rolls right, looks, going to take off. It's a race for the corner, and he wins. Touchdown, Tigers. Drew Sullivan with his second touchdown of the game from 7 yards out with 14 seconds left in the half, and the Tigers lead 41-0.
Drew had some options there. He had 2 receivers wide open in the end zone, and he also had the option to run it in, and he chose option 3, which is just fine, because all 3 options would have scored a touchdown. So, great 2-minute offense there, and that's kind of what I was alluding to as far as getting another score before halftime, is seeing what we could do with limited clock and a lot of field.
Smythe for the point after to make it an even 42. Good snap. Spot is down by Villoa, and the kick is good. We're going to keep it here with 14 seconds left to play in the first half. Warsaw in the lead, 42-0. We will have a running clock for the entire second half, which means the only time the clock will stop will be for timeouts, for injuries, and what's the other? Oh, goodness. I forgot the other.
Is there a change of possession? Would it stop there, or would it keep going?
It keeps going for that.
Okay.
I'll remember it when it happens, right?
Right. Impressed with the Tiger offense, how they responded after those first 5, 6, 7 plays of that first drive. Very impressed with how they got their stuff together. Just performed like we thought they would, before the game started.
Well, and they were able to complete some passes, right?
Oh, yeah.
This 2-minute drill, you've alluded to it. The 2-minute drill looked pretty good.
It sure did.
Smythe with 5 out of 6 on touchbacks. We'll run up to it and drive it high and deep, and this one will land at the bottom of the A in Warsaw. And so Goshen will start from their 20-yard line, and my guess is Joey Heklinski just wants to take a knee and get to halftime, because that's what I would do.
I can't imagine they run a play here, but
no, I can't either. Stay tuned. Coming up at halftime, we'll run through the first half scoring. That might take a little bit. We've got news coming up as well. And we'll give you the scores from other conference games and games from around the area. Mishawaka and Concord locked up in a good one. Diaz, they're going to run a play. They hand off to Johnson, and he'll run up the middle, and he'll get across the 20 to the 24-yard line, and that'll do it for the first half. Warsaw with a very dominating performance the first 24 minutes of football. They lead 42-0 over Goshen here at halftime. We'll give you the first half scoring coming up on the halftime show next on News Now Warsaw.
Bobcat of Warsaw is back for another great year of high school football. The young men playing under the lights on Friday night have worked very hard all summer long and are ready for another great season. Just like those players, your Bobcat, X-Mark, and Cub Cadet equipment have gotten you through the heart of the yard work season. Reward your equipment by bringing it to us for a tune-up. Doing so, your machine will be able to finish strong the rest of the season. So with the hard work out of the way, let's fill the grandstands and support the players and coaches as they perform on the gridiron. Bobcat of Warsaw is a proud sponsor of Tiger football.
Booyah! Some things in life are just automatic, like State Farm agent Ott Schroeder, offering great neighbor service plus surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. Actually, if you were to contact Ott right now, you'd find you could have some of those surprisingly great rates and good neighbor service, well, right away, as in automatically. Give Ott Schroeder here in Warsaw a call today. He thinks you'll be automatically happy you did. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Browers Furniture and Flooring is the largest furniture and flooring store in Kosciuszko County. Browers' expansive 55,000 square foot showroom offers a stunning selection of luxury furniture and premium flooring. Whether you're looking to revamp your living space or simply add a touch of class, explore the finest pieces that combine style and comfort, and find the perfect flooring to complete your dream home. Open Monday through Saturday, Browers Furniture and Flooring, 3333 East Center Street in Warsaw.
I'm your neighbor. You see me at Optimist, you see me at church, you see me at the grocery store. I'm just a regular guy with a law degree who has the know-how to get you the win. I'm Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. With millions of dollars won for clients, call me. I'll give you my personal cell, and we can start working together. The initial call's always free. I handle all types of injuries, falls, crashes, defective products, and more. Call me today, Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. Just say, hey, Google, look up the law office of Travis McConnell. Office, Warsaw.
Now, back to the Warsaw Tigers on News Now Warsaw, 99.7 FM and 1480 AM.
Halftime at Fisher Field. Warsaw in control of the game from the start. They lead 42-0 over Goshen here at Fisher Field. First half stats will be coming up. News coming up. Scores from other games coming up. First of all, the scoring in the first half. Warsaw took the opening drive down the field and scored on the opening drive with 5:17 left to play in the first quarter. Drew Sullivan scored on a 4-yard run. Mason Smythe added the extra point. It was 7-0 Tigers. Warsaw would score about a minute and a half later on an interception return by Cohen Hetty of 11 yards on a screen pass that floated over the intended target's head and right into the arms of Cohen, who ran it into the end zone for a touchdown. The extra point by Smythe made it 14-0. That's the way we ended the first quarter. On the first play of the second quarter, Tucker Reed scored the first of his 2 touchdowns, an 18-yard run with 11:53 left to play in the second, and the extra point by Smythe made it 21-0. And then we had our first passing touchdown of the season, a 36-yard pass from Sullivan to Quentin Brock. With 8:24 left to go in the second, the extra point was good, and it was 28-0 in favor of the Tigers. It kept going. 5 minutes later, a 3-yard run by Reed at the goal line made it 34-0. Smythe tacked on the extra point. That made it 35. And then the scoring capped off with 14 seconds left to play in the half on the 7-yard run by Sullivan, his second rushing touchdown of the game. Smythe made the extra point. It was 42-0, and that's where we sit at the moment. 42-0 in favor of the Tigers. When we come back, 2 minutes of local news from Jim Miller, and then after that, we'll give you an update on the scores. And then Andy and I will go over the stats from the first half, all coming up next here on News Now Warsaw.
Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts invites you this fall to the widest variety of custom trailers and golf carts in northern Indiana. Hurry in for season-ending prices with 0% financing on all new E-Z-Go and Mad Jack's carts through Sheffield Financial, LLC. Plus, get at least $1,000 off all 2024 new Mad Jack's carts. Go in and find out all of the great deals on new and used golf carts. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, US 30 East Warsaw, where you are always a winner. Elliott's Heating and Air Conditioning is now partnering with Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, providing you with heating, air conditioning, and plumbing service and installation. For over 40 years, they have built the trust in our area to keep your home feeling great.
Hi, this is Noah from Akron. When I needed a new furnace, there's only one team I trusted to get the job done right. Elliott's delivered fast service and a great price. Huge thanks to Elliott's for keeping me warm and comfortable.
Trust and have confidence in using the local folks looking out for you. Elliott's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, now partnering with Flowtech.
Welcome to the spa, Mrs. Williamson. Ready for your manicure.
And your beauty treatment.
And your massage.
Mommy, wake up.
Honey, did you get my shirts from the dry cleaners?
Oh, I knew I was dreaming.
Escape to the spa every day in your own bathroom with an elegant glass shower and tub enclosure designed by the specialists at Glass Doctor. All for less than you might think. Visit glassdoctor.com today to receive a free copy of our design and installation guide.
It's that time of year again. Football is back, and soon it's time to sign up for the open enrollment of Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D drug plans, and individual health care plans through the Affordable Care Act. Contact JBC and Associates to update new plan designs and find out about increased subsidies to help reduce marketplace premiums. Call John at 574-527-1295. Call with any questions and be ready to sign up for the Medicare plans beginning October 15th and for individual health care plans on November 1st. Go Tigers!
For News Now Warsaw, I'm Joe Miller. Well, speeding on North Columbia streets, handicapped and 15-minute downtown parking on Highway 30, high-speed enforcement all got touched during a relatively short Warsaw Traffic Commission Wednesday. Under new business, Warsaw Police Department Captain Joel Beam says the city has a nice website, and on there is an option for people to ask questions, make a complaint, or both. The police and planning departments and the mayor are all working on the parking committee. Just a few weeks into the school year, in Warsaw, school officials report they've seen a spike in the number of school bus stop arm infractions. Transportation Director Mark Fick tells News Now Warsaw that they've documented 26 infractions already this year, which he said is more than this time last year.
People aren't paying attention.
Fick, a member of the Warsaw Traffic Commission, said Wednesday he's updated Superintendent Dr. David Hoffert and that the school district is expected to publicize the issue soon. Fick said the continuing problem is frustrating and that the solution to the problem is simple.
Put the phones down. Put the phones down and react to what the buses are doing. That's all I can say.
Fort Wayne leaders broke ground at a new neighborhood health clinic on the city's south side yesterday. Clinic is the second phase of the Village Premier project to be constructed at the intersection of Joshua Lane and McKinney Avenue. The new 9,800 square foot facility will provide primary care, behavioral health, a pharmacy, and additional services. The project represents a $4.5 million investment, and construction expected to be complete in the spring. Indiana's Gaming Commission Executive Director stepping down this month. Governor Holcomb says Greg Small's knowledge and expertise has been invaluable in leading the Indiana Gaming Commission effectively and efficiently. Small will be succeeded by General Counsel Dennis Mullen on an interim basis. Small was picked by Holcomb for the role in 2021 after serving as General Counsel since 2016. For more, log on to newsnowwarsaw.com.
Experience and knowledge lead to success. Metzger Property Services has been delivering successful auctions for decades. Metzger is making it easier than ever to bid online by simply going to bidmetzger.com. See dozens of current and upcoming farm, residential, personal property, farm equipment, gun, and antique auctions, both on-site and online only. Thousands of items are on sale and listed now, so why wait? Remember, it's now bidmetzger.com. That's bid, METZGER.com. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon generation after generation.
False start, pass interference, offsides. All bad things in football. Spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin and hair.
all bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
Don't miss a play this fall with affordable and reliable fiber-fast internet. With Surf Fiber-Fast Internet, you will enjoy uninterrupted service for streaming the big game, watching highlights, or cheering on your favorite teams. Enjoy ultra-fast speeds and free installation for as low as $25 a month with AutoPay. No data caps, no contracts, and no hassles. Experience front-row action from home with reliable internet from your local provider. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas. Go to surfinternet.com to learn more and for full offer details.
One of the most popular questions we get asked at Reinhold's Furniture is, when is your next sale? The answer is right now. The Labor Day Savings Event is underway at Reinhold's, and it's a great time to save on furniture for every room in your home. Getting to Reinhold's is easier than ever. In addition to our Warsaw location, we now have opened a second location in downtown Columbia City. We're here to stay, but this sale isn't. Stop into either location before September 7th for the selection and savings you've been waiting for. Reinhold's Furniture in Warsaw and Columbia City. Your friends in the furniture and mattress business.
This is the Warsaw Tigers Sports Network, 99.7 FM, 1480 AM, NewsNowWarsaw.com, and the News Now Warsaw app.
Halftime here at Fisher Field. Warsaw 42, Goshen nothing. We'll have a running clock for the entire second half of the game. Other scores in the conference. Andy, jump in when you get a second. Warsaw 42-0 over Goshen. The game that we were hoping would be a good game, oh, it is. Concord at halftime leads Mishawaka 21-14. That's going to be good. That's going to be a great second half. We'll look forward to hearing more about what's going on up there from Steve back at the station. We wondered about Northridge and Plymouth. I don't know that we know anymore because both teams have yet to score, and they're in the third quarter already. I did not expect that.
No, not at all. So obviously, someone's got to score at some point.
And Northwood leads Warsaw's next opponent, which is Wawasee, 35-0, and that's approaching halftime. We'll be at Wawasee for the W game next week. Again, that's a 7 o'clock kickoff on News Now Warsaw. Some other scores. Connequa leads Northfield in the second, 13-6. Northwestern leads Southwood 14-7 in the second. Rochester's up 22-6 in the second on the Wildcats. In the Northeast 8, Columbia City 41, Belmont nothing. I know it's the scrimmage. When they were here for the scrimmage against the Tigers, I think we were all disappointed. And I'm guessing Columbia City was disappointed in their performance also, because they've been pretty good ever since.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that was a wake up call, because you're right. Because we came into that scrimmage, and again, you're right. It's a scrimmage. It's formatted differently, but you can still see what's going on, and that didn't look like a Columbia City squad that we thought we'd see.
No. Elkhart leads Washington 49-0 in the second. Tippecanoe Valley in the first leads Morton 7-3. Jimtown leads Fairfield at 28-0 at halftime. And we'll have to find out from Steve back at the station. Glenn and Blackhawk has been canceled. Don't know why. We'll see if we can find out here in a minute from Steve during the commercial break. Those are the area scores. When the Young Tiger football participants are being introduced here and jumping up and waving to the crowd, and their parents are yelling back at them and having a good time, and good for them for that. This is the future of Warsaw football that is walking down in front of us right now. But we'll find out from Steve what he can tell us about why Glenn and Blackhawk have been canceled. Again, it's 42-0, Warsaw with the lead. We will give you the first half stats brought to you by Alderfer Bergen & Company next on News Now Warsaw.
Crossroads Bank checking accounts have the bells and whistles you've come to expect. Free debit card with free access to Money Pass Network, free mobile banking with mobile deposit, free e-statements, free bill pay, and more. Check it out at crossroadsbanking.com. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where your bank and your life meet, Crossroads Bank.
The cold weather is coming, so now is the time to visit Splendor Boats in Warsaw for all their off-season boating services. Indoor safe and clean boat storage, winterization, and shrink wrapping. Splendor can also change the look of your pontoon by replacing that old carpet flooring with new marine-grade vinyl. Redeck over the winter and have it ready to go next spring. Plus, redo your boat's furniture and canvas tops with their canvas and upholstery department. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
Sim Financial Advisors have been in the game for over 55 years. Quarterbacking financial planning for families and businesses. Picture this. You're at the Warsaw Community High School game. The stands are buzzing, faces painted, and the energy is electric. And guess what? Sim is making a play of its own. They are covering the cost of all sports passes for every student. So pack those stands, unleash your inner tiger, and get ready to roar in the Sim Zone. Visit sim.com to learn more. Go Tigers.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is the W.R. Hall Insurance Group. Hi, this is Mike Hall. My family's 100 plus years in business are more than just a milestone. We've been building trust for over a century by serving the needs of local clients to the best of our abilities. We offer the best quality service that comes with the experience and industry insight by providing home, auto, business, farm, and life insurance. Let us at W.R. Hall Insurance Group find out if auto owner's insurance makes sense for you. Simple, human sense.
Tiger Talk, presented by R&B Car Company. Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. on News Now Warsaw.
By the way, we had a Big Mac sack earlier. Matthew Flores-Ortega with the sack. So the Warsaw Athletic Department is sending out a tweet on X. And all you have to do is show your Big Mac sack tweet from the Athletic Department tomorrow. And it's a buy one, get one free Big Mac at McDonald's at either the North Detroit Street downtown or the one on Jalen Drive out in front of Lowe's. And that's good all day tomorrow from lunchtime at 10:30 or whatever on. So keep that in mind. Halftime stats, Warsaw leading 42-0. The stats are brought to you by Alderfer Bergen & Company. Let them be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alderfer Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderferbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. In the first half, Goshen 2 first downs, 11 rushing attempts for 12 yards, 3 of 6 passing for 48 yards, 42 of that on one play, so that's 17 plays for 60 yards. Warsaw with 15 first downs in the first half, 29 carries for 268 yards. They were 5 of 8 passing for 76 yards. 37 total plays for 344 yards. No turnovers, but that's by the grace of God because they should have had at least 3 or 4 in the first half. They did have 7 penalties for 40 yards. Goshen had 3 for 16 yards. Individually, Drew Sullivan, 9 carries, 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. You had Tucker Reed, 4 carries, 37 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brody Duncan had runs of 24 and 29, 5 carries, and 53 yards for him. 42-0 Warsaw. We come back to start the third after this on News Now Warsaw.
Here we go. You know why to go to R&B Car Company, right? 90 days till your first payment, $3,500 minimum for your trade. And with locations in South Bend, Warsaw, and now Fort Wayne, you need to find out why we are where you ought to be. Because financing available with any kind of credit, we've got banks that cater to everyone. No matter the need, from compacts to big honking diesels, fast and friendly service, and the best deal bottom line. So shop now and get pre-approved at rbcarcompany.com.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon. As football season approaches, smart players do their best to protect themselves from the possibility of injury. In our lives, we can't always do that, but we run the risk every day of being injured by the negligence of another person. If you've been injured in an automobile accident, a fall, or for any other reason which appears to be the fault of someone else, Rock Hill Pinnock can advise you on your legal rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 574-267-6116 for an appointment to make sure your rights are protected. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
Whoa, what's that?
Oh, that's Bearded Bigfoot.
The Bearded what?
The Bearded Bigfoot detailing team. I called them to help clean up our car after a long road trip. Bill and his team took care of our interior and exterior. They also handle ceramic coatings, paint correction, and so much more. Our car looked fresh off the lot. And now they clean up big rigs, trucks, tractors, big and small. Bearded Bigfoot, he'll detail them all.
Call Dylan and his team today at 574-551-4700 or find them on Facebook for a quote today at Bearded Bigfoot Detailing.
your home for Tiger Sports. News Now, Warsaw.
Tiger Talk starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. like it always does. We'll talk with Bart Curtis and players that come in with him. Last week we had 3. This week I think we'll have 2. And no more donuts.
Well,
that's the bad news. You want the good news?
What's that?
The diner is bringing the boys biscuits and gravy.
Well, then I can tell you who's probably going to be there. It's probably going to be Grady, Hunter, Mason.
Yeah, well,
Wyatt Dawson.
There won't be enough for everybody. No. I'm just saying there's enough for 3 people, including Coach Curtis. So, and you know, I've never. Are you a biscuits and gravy guy?
I enjoy them. Yeah.
I don't.
No.
I don't like gravy. I just have never warmed up literally to gravy.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, I guess. And I haven't acquired it, and I'm not seeking it. I'm an eggs and bacon guy, which is, again, that's how you look like this.
That's okay.
Right? Tigers will send out the special teams unit. Mason Smythe will kick off from the 40-yard line at the north side of Fisher Field. He is 5 of 6 on touchbacks. Oh, they lined up on the wrong side. So now they'll switch. So now Mason is lined up at the 40 on the south side of the midfield line. He does have 2 balls that have been returned. So wait, so he's not 5 of 6, he's 4 of 6, isn't he? Sorry about that.
We'll forgive you.
I appreciate that.
We got Cohen McRae taking snaps on the sideline.
Is that right?
Yeah, we might bypass Clinton and... I mean,
Quentin in this kind of game is not going to be the backup quarterback. No. Bouncing down the field, picked up at the 10-yard line, 15 to the 20, and spun down. Good open field tackle there by the Tigers. And the return was stopped by Dalen Fitzpatrick. And we have an injured Red Hawk on the field. You don't ever want to see injuries at any time, but especially in a game like this. That is extra unfortunate. While they work on him, we'll remind you that we get to participate in the W Trophy game again next week. 2024 edition is in Syracuse at Warrior Field. We'll be on the air at a little after 6. Kickoff right at 7 o'clock on News Now Warsaw. The W Trophy game is one of the games I look forward to. Even before I lived here, the W Trophy game was on my radar because the head athletic trainer at Butler University is Ralph Reif. And it's his parents that donated the trophy. He's one of the sons and grandsons that played football at Wawasee. And so he says, "You're from Argus. You ever hear of the Reifs from Wawasee?" And I hadn't. And he told me the story. And then I show up here, and here I am. There it is. Yeah, pretty cool. So we look forward to the trophy being on display. And 2 teams battling for it. Wawasee's going to go into that game 0-3. They're getting roughed up pretty good by Northwood tonight in Napanee. But all it takes is a victory over the Tigers to make their season complete, especially they're going to play extra hard next week because their head coach is Matt Thacker, who is an assistant here, and a really good one, by the way. I don't know that I really understood that he wanted to be a head coach, right? Some guys you can tell that they are born to be it, and they want to be it, and they're working towards that. I don't know that I ever really had a conversation with Matt about that when he was here, but he did a really good job at Fairfield. That first year was not indicative of the kind of coach that Matt Thacker is at Fairfield. There was the only way to describe it, there was a mutiny at Fairfield. The seniors all quit. He's trying to teach them a new way of playing football. There are no senior leaders on the team, and it just was a mess. The player that was injured is being carried off the field. Well, not carried off. He's walking off, but very slowly, surrounded by assistant coaches, and medical personnel. I'm still not 100% sure who it was. We'll try to get you that information. First down and 10 for Goshen at their 20-yard line, down 42-0. The clock is running, and we're under a running clock for the entire second half. Quick throw near side, Diaz. He missed his target on the near side. That was Janice, and it's second down and 10. And again, running clock, if you're watching on the internet, right, if you're watching us on the Tiger Broadcast Network YouTube channel, you're yelling, the clock is running. Yes, the clock is going to continue to run like that. Timeouts, touchdowns, and injuries, I believe, are the three things that stop the clock. Two of those I know are right. Second down and 10. So this second half will go pretty quickly. That's pretty much the whole purpose. Carter Diaz, hands off, ball fumbled. It's rolling around loose near the 20-yard line. It's still loose. And the official comes in for the far side and points to the ground like the ball was down. There is no chance of that. That handoff was not very good. Johnson was the intended ball carrier. It's no gain on the play for Johnson. It's third down and 10.
Yeah, that ball was out quick. So there's no way that he was down.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He clearly just made the wrong signal, which is fine. I've said the wrong thing a couple times tonight. We all get it. Third down and 10. Diaz standing back at his 15, leans forward, slaps his hands, takes a stat, rolls away from pressure, looking long down the middle of the field, and he threw it incomplete. He had a man on a crossing pattern down the field, long street, but the pass was behind him at the 42-yard line, and it's fourth down and 10 for the Red Hawks, and they send their punting unit back onto the field.
Good defensive stand there by Warsaw. A lot of the second-string defense is in there right now, and they did a remarkable job holding Goshen 3 and out.
Logan Carl is back deep. I will say this. We're not supposed to have favorites, and I don't know that I have favorites. I miss Chase Carl. He's one of the guys I got really close to as a senior last year. Love that kid. Janice kicks it down the field. Carr is going to catch it at his 46. Up the middle to the 50, and they got across the 50. We'll see how far. First down, Warsaw. 9:20 clock runs still here in the third quarter. Warsaw leading 42-0 over Goshen.
A lot of new numbers going into the ball game. Get a lot of these JV guys some experiences in a varsity contest in the second half.
Warsaw will take over first down and 10. Yeah, here's where the job really gets fun.
Yeah.
This is Cohen McCray, a quarterback for the Tigers. And he'll hand off up the middle. Still looking for that ball carrier. Fitzpatrick on the carry. This is also where it gets hard for Austin because he's got to start adding JV kids' names in there. Second down after a gain of 4 to the Red Hawk 45. McCray. Hands off up the middle. Fitzpatrick again. He'll get to the 40-yard line, a gain of 5.
Good push up front still. I know these are not the first-string offensive linemen for the Tigers, but still good push up front.
McCray's mom was a former Lady Tiger basketball player back in the day, and there's certainly athletic genes in that family because his grandpa is Coach Jim Kessler, the Grace College Lancer legend. Third down and 1 from the 40. McCray, Fitzpatrick again, dives forward, gets the first down. Give him to almost the 35. Give him 5 yards on that first down, on that third down carry. First down Tigers.
I think we'll see a lot of these play types in the second half.
We won't see any pitching.
No.
This will be straight up the middle. 7:19 left to play here in the third. Warsaw up 42-0 over Goshen, looking to get to 1-0 in the conference and 2-1 overall. And the Red Hawks in danger of being shut out for the second week in a row. McCray hands off Fitzpatrick, and he Gets down near the 30-yard line. That is gave him to the 29-yard line, so give him 7 yards and a first down carry.
That wasn't a clean reception of the ball from the center. I don't know if you noticed that, but he had the very tip of the ball, and to McCray's credit, he made that handoff look good.
An illusion that you will agree with and understand. That was a snow cone snap reception.
Yep.
McCray takes the snap, hands off. Fitzpatrick up the middle, goes flying through the hole, breaks a tackle, and gets down inside the 21-yard line. There is a flag down, illegal motion against the Tigers. So that'll back them up 5 yards. And it'll be second down and 8 coming up.
Yep, 2 men were moving at the same time at the very end there.
You can imagine these guys play in front of about 200 people or less on a Saturday afternoon normally. So you can understand why they might be a little bit nervous.
Oh, yeah.
And they have stopped the clock momentarily, which means Rick Timmons actually had to wake up and push the button. Second down and 8 for the Tigers. And McCray's going to pitch it. And there's a turn up field, 25, 20, 15, 10, down inside the 10, all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Different people out there, same result. Offensive line just knocking people down, running backs running wild without defenders in sight. Big game there.
That's Wyatt Harmon on the pitch and run for the Tigers. First and goal, Warsaw from the 6 with 5:10 left to play here in the half. Can you imagine these Warsaw kids, again, who play on Saturdays, rarely get this opportunity? They really want to score here. They don't care what the score is or the circumstances surrounding it. They want to score. Fitzpatrick in the backfield, man in motion. They hand off up the middle. Fitzpatrick, he's down near the goal line. He did not get in. Give him 5 yards down to the 1. It'll be second and goal from inside the 1-yard line with 4.5 minutes left to play in our third quarter. Warsaw scored on a Drew Sullivan run at 5:17 of the opening quarter to cap off the opening drive of the game, and then a couple plays later, Cohen Heddy picked off a pass at the 11 and ran it straight into the end zone, and it's been a rout ever since. And it might just get a little bit more of a rout here in a second. McCray under center, Fitzpatrick behind him, and did McCray ever give him the ball? He did. It is a touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers. Dalen Fitzpatrick with his first varsity touchdown, and it's 48-0.
Some of the plays that we thought we'd see, and again, different numbers. You know, I'm seeing numbers that aren't even on the 2 deep. So credit to them. They are, like you said, Roger, they're playing hard. They're playing as if like it's 0-0, and give credit to that entire offense for marching down and scoring on that Goshen defense.
Smythe out there for the extra point, and he knocks her through. 3:21 clock running here in the third quarter. Warsaw leads 49-0 over Goshen. We're back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Hi, this is Alan Aldifer. Ready to take control of your financial game? Just like in football, whether you are looking at a game-opening drive or a 2-minute drill for a game winner, at Aldifer Bergen & Company Retirement Planning, we know how to make every play count. Let us help your retirement plan become a winning financial plan. Don't fumble your future. Let us become your financial coaches.
When you want the news, you want it now. News Now, Warsaw.
Roger Grossman, Andy Manis back here at Fisher Field. If you're watching online, greetings. Enjoy your weekend. If you're watching from Goshen, let me just encourage you to hang in there with these guys. They're playing really hard. They're doing their best, right? But it is tough, and it's going to get tougher. But there's some games on the schedule they're going to have a good chance in. If they keep the right attitude, they're going to be there at the end. And I hope that Goshen people will do that, will hang in there. From the 6-yard line, this is Longstreet. Turns upfield to the 20. Ooh, we got tripped up. As he got to the 25-yard line, and the Redhawks will take over with 3:08 and the clock running in the third quarter. Warsaw leading 49-0. And the drive for the Redhawks will start at the 37-yard line.
And those were good comments, Roger. And I've really been impressed with that receiver. Gabriel Janice. Yeah, he's been impressive.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah.
He has the ability to break plays, make plays.
Yep.
But part of the problem is when you've got so many guys playing both sides of the ball, it's really hard. And a play action fake. Diaz rolling right, got a man open, and it's Janice at the 40-yard line, and he's still upright. He's leaning forward. He's got the first down. That's a gain of 15 yards in the pass play from Diaz to Janice, and a first down for the Redhawks. With the clock running, 2:08 left to play here in the third quarter. Warsaw leading 49-0 over Goshen.
And that's kind of what I was talking about. You can just tell that there's some athleticism there, even with the quarterback, Carter Diaz. Gets the ball out, throws a nice spiral, nice pitch and catch there for Goshen.
Diaz will bring him to the line. 8 on the play clock. 1:43 on the big one here in the third. 2 wide outs right. Diaz play action fake, looking left all the way. Now fires it down the middle. Got a man wide open. It's Longstreet at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Redhawks. A 57-yard pass play from Diaz to Longstreet against the Tiger JV, and Goshen's on the board for the first time since week 1.
And that had to have been a breakdown in coverage because he was wide open. There was nobody within 20 yards of him.
Yeah, the backside was wide open.
Yep.
Beautifully thrown ball, though.
Yeah, just like we were saying.
Carter Diaz with a beautifully thrown ball, and Longstreet is fast. He had a long reception against Fairfield. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll keep it here with 44.9 left to play in the third quarter. And the Redhawks have their first touchdown of the game on a drive that was 5 plays and 63 yards.
You'd want to see that Tiger defense, bow up a little bit there. But in all reality, Goshen obviously still has their starters in there, and you can't fault them for that because they need the experience as well. So with in essence the Tiger JV defense in there, it makes it a little bit easier. But that that every man to a man down there wanted to keep that 0 on the scoreboard.
57-yard pass play, and the kick by Marco Macias makes it 49-7.
I'm envisioning another time-consuming drive here.
Well, 3 and outs are time-consuming because the clock doesn't ever stop.
Partly my point.
Still wings in here. Can you believe that? What's wrong with the people up here? They haven't cleaned up the wings bucket yet.
You'd think with guys like this.
Listen, Mr. Hauk is up here, and he's waving them in front of us like, I got one, right, and you can't have any. And he's right. So Goshen's on the board. Change of possession. Change of possession was the third thing that stops the clock, and it did with 44.9 left. And the kick by Macias is down the field, and it's going to be returned by the Tigers from the 3-yard line. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Blockers in front, 45 or 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Tigers.
that Tristan Wilson?
It is. Tristan Wilson, 97 yards on the kickoff return.
And he caught that on the 3 and ran right down the middle of the field. I don't know if he made a move. He might have made a little bit of move towards the end of around the 30 to elude the kicker. But for the most part, that was like the Red Sea parting.
Yeah, it was.
He just ran right down the middle of that football field.
Yes, he did.
And that's going to be the quarter end.
It will. Did they not kick the extra point?
I think they'll kick it at the start of the fourth quarter.
Okay. So we'll start the fourth after this. Warsaw 55, Goshen 7. Back in 30 seconds on News Now Warsaw.
Bobcat of Warsaw is back for another great year of high school football. The young men playing under the lights on Friday night have worked very hard all summer long and are ready for another great season. Just like those players, your Bobcat, X-Mark, and Cub Cadet equipment have gotten you through the heart of the yard work season. Reward your equipment by bringing it to us for a tune-up. Doing so, your machine will be able to finish strong the rest of the season. So with the hard work out of the way, let's fill the grandstands and support the players and coaches as they perform on the gridiron. Bobcat of Warsaw is a proud sponsor of Tiger football.
Booyah! For news, traffic, and weather alerts, keep it right here on News Now Warsaw.
Roger Grossman, Andy Manis, Austin Elder, Steve Scott back at the radio station. Warsaw 55, Goshen 7, and Andy was correct. They are moving the extra point down to our right. Smythe on to add on another one. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is good. 56 to 7 in favor of the Tigers. No, we do not want them to shoot stuff up in the booth.
Mr. Binkert is firing T-shirts up here.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I'll protect you.
I don't. You used to be a great catcher. I don't trust you anymore. Just say it that way.
I don't blame you.
Just say it like that.
Yep. Don't blame you.
So Smythe tacks on the point after. 59 to 7. Or 56 to 7, I should say. Everybody watching at home's going, Roger, it says 56 right there on the screen. You're right, I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's Friday.
Yes, it is. A beautiful Friday, too. It was a great day today. The wind has died down a little bit. Every Friday night in the football season should have weather like this.
Yeah.
Goshen keeps their special teams unit right at the sideline until they are summoned onto the field, and they have been so summoned. Thanks to all our great sponsors for participating in the broadcast this week and this year. We are sold out, by the way. Basketball season, however, not sold out. So if you're interested in jumping on the bandwagon, we'd love to have you. High kick by Smythe, taken by Longstreet at the 4-yard line. 5-10, makes a man miss, wiggles around another, and gets out to the 20-yard line. So the clock will keep running. Running clock the whole second half. Warsaw was ahead 42-0 at the intermission.
It's good to get these guys some experience.
Oh, I
can't understate that enough.
I'm here to tell you, this means a lot.
Yeah.
To these guys.
Yeah.
It really, really does. And so you're not going to hear me say words like some people do, junk time, garbage time. Not to these kids. These kids, some of them are smarting and angry because they gave up points. Janice on the sweep around to the right, 25, 30, got a first down and dragged down at the 36-yard line, almost to the 37. That's a 16 or 15-yard run by Janice. One of the Tigers ran out of his boot. I'll have to go back and get that. Slips it right on. Hey, if you can put your football cleat on while you're walking back to the huddle, you may want to check that and maybe retie it. For Goshen, that is their 4th first down of the game. Is that right? All right. I believe it. They've had some long plays, but nothing that they could sustain. Diaz takes a low snap, looking for a block. He gets that block. 30, 35, 40, 45 to midfield, and then push back at the midfield stripe. And he'll go down at the Goshen 49-yard line, and that's a gain of 14 more yards and a first down for the Redhawks. They get first downs on back-to-back plays.
Good run there. Wyatt Harmon making that tackle, making a pretty ferocious tackle there at the end.
He doesn't look comfortable at the end of runs, but running the football, he looks very comfortable. He is quick, fast, and he has the one thing that you need in that situation. He has the ability to make tacklers miss. From the Red Hawk, 49. Quick throw far side. Janice, he's going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage and get away. Oh, and then he'll be lassoed to the ground after a gain of just a yard. It was a pretty impressive tackle made there by Hunter Dillon for the Tigers. Second down and 9 after a gain of 1. 9:20 left to play. Stay tuned after the game. Final scoring, final stats, drive of the game, play of the game. It's the first time that really Andy's going to have to really try to figure that out. It's not easy on nights like tonight. No. What's your favorite play of all the plays that we've seen made tonight? Diaz as flags fly. I believe this will be on the visitors. It's thrown by the umpire. Yep. That'll cost them 5 yards. Move the ball back into Goshen territory at the 45. Warsaw Wall will see you next Friday. Airtime, our news and weather leading up to the pregame show begins at 6 o'clock. Kickoff at 7 from Warrior Field. Looking forward to seeing our good friends, the press box up there. We enjoy those people a lot. It's a rivalry. Of course it is. Those people are fun to be around. I can't wait to see them. From the 45, quick throw, Janice, near side. To the 45, to the 50, around the corner, 45-40. There is there a flag down back up field?
I think we got a hold.
I don't see. Oh, yeah, there it is, right at the 50-yard line near sideline.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see how this works. So that's going to back them up to about the 40-yard line. So it's a net loss of 5 yards from where the play started. The clock continues to move down to 7.5 minutes left. Big crowd here tonight. Great student section on Neon Night. Senior night, the athletes in the other fall sports were all honored. Andy got to be a part of that earlier.
I did.
It is second down and 19 for the Redhawks at their own 40-yard line. And the snap to Diaz, looking, fires it up the near side, got a man open. It's Janice. He makes the catch at the 33. He's at the 30, 25, and down at the 20-yard line, and marked down at the 19-yard line. And that's a 41-yard pass play, and they're going without a huddle. They're trying to get on the board again. They're working on their no-huddle offense. There's nothing wrong with that. Diaz takes a snap, looks right, throws it out in the flat, got his man. It's Janice again. At the 15, at the 10, a flag comes in, and he'll get inside the 5, but this play is coming back. The flag is resting at the 18-yard line.
I think we got another hold.
Yes. Cutbacks almost encourage a holding penalty. If you can have an offense where the running back or wide receivers can make cutbacks or cornerbacks running around in the pocket, if you can do that without holding, you've got a pretty good offensive line. Oh, illegal procedure and holding, both. So the official on the far side threw it right at the start of the play, and the other threw it in the middle. Penalties. Oh, there's 3 penalties. There was holding, there was illegal use of hands, and there was illegal procedure.
And in that case, we can pick one.
And Austin's over here trying to figure out which one they're going to pick so he can do his job. They took the illegal procedure penalty, Austin, so it's a 5-yard penalty. Moves the ball back to the 24. 56-7 Warsaw, 5 minutes left. Back to throw Diaz, looking left all the way, lofts it up to the corner of the end zone, and it's knocked away. Good defense there by the Tigers secondary. Sweet on the stop for the Tigers. He deflected the pass away. Parker Sweet, a sophomore. There are a lot of really good senior football players that won't be here next year for the Tigers. This sophomore class that's playing on the JV, that group's going to have to step up big time next year. Going to have to.
That was good coverage.
That was good.
Really good coverage by Parker.
Yep, he was in the right spot. Second down and 15 for the 24. Diaz takes the snap, drops back, lofts it up, same play again, and it's going to be intercepted. Ethan Rivich on the interception for the Tigers at the 2-yard line, and with 4:10 left, Warsaw takes over.
What an athletic play. And, we're talking about guys that, we get to put in the second half because of the score, but credit to Ethan. He jumped very high-pointed that ball, and took it away from that receiver before the receiver even had a chance to even catch it. That was a remarkable play.
That's the guy that came into training camp as the number 3 quarterback, playing secondary. Is that what he wants to do? But he got a chance to be out on the field, and he made a play. And it's another turnover for the Red Hawks. It is their 3rd turnover of the contest. And by the way, I don't want to hex this, but Warsaw scored every time they've had it. Let's see if they can pull that off. Rivich is in at quarterback. He'll hand off. The ball carrier will get about 7 yards up the middle. I'll tell you who that is here in just a second. That is Alex Vallejo. Alex is one of those guys that has his sight sets on maybe being in the mix at the fullback position as the year goes along, and certainly next year. Rivich, and he's going to keep it. He's going to get spun down by the jersey at the 10-yard line. Short of the first down, so it'll be 3rd down and 2. 2:20 to go. And stay tuned after the game. Final scoring, final stats, play the game, drive the game, all ahead. Again, we thank Austin Elder for his work on the stats. Steve back at the station doing his thing. Bob Lovell coming up after the game. After we get off the air. Although, we may have to do a little fill-in based on how things are going. And up the middle, Rivich. And Rivich is going to keep it. He's going to get all the way to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 9 or 10 yards and a first down for the Tigers with 1:38 left to go in Warsaw in the lead, 56-7 over Goshen.
And that'll probably end things here. So we'll say we didn't score on this drive just because the time ran out. That's what we'll say.
Yes, that will be noted in the game note next week. We scored on every drive except the one that ended the game. Rivich will duck under center. He'll hand it up the middle, and there's room for Fitzpatrick, who's had a pretty good game in relief. He gets to the 32-yard line. Warsaw will run one more play and post the victory. Their 17th in a row against Goshen. Goshen makes a last-minute adjustment on their offensive line. Get some other kids in there that haven't been in yet. Rivich under center. Hands off up the middle. This is Vallejo, and he'll get to the 38-yard line. That is a gain of 6. 26 seconds left. And I think Warsaw's trying to hurry. They sent out like 3 new kids. And I think they want to get one more play in. Oh, we got an injured Tiger. We got an injured Tiger back at the 30-yard line. I think it's Vallejo. The clock stops for the injury with 14.7 left. You know, he's been flung around a couple of times.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned that perhaps he hit his head on the turf. The technology in the turf is so much better than the old AstroTurf on concrete with carpet. But it still doesn't. When you hit your head on the ground, it still hurts.
Yeah.
So they're working on him at the 30-yard line, and now he's sitting up. Okay, thank you. One of the nice things, they have great hospitality here in the press box at Warsaw during the football games. And they want to make sure that we have some food because we can't eat while we're broadcasting. Vallejo is up and he's rolling his neck, so that was clearly was the case. When he went down, he immediately took off his helmet and he grabbed his head.
Yeah, he still holds it.
And he still is. He just wants to go and sit down. 14 seconds left, last play of the game. Tigers with a convincing win. Rivich, clock running. Warsaw actually, as it turns out, does not have to take a snap. But they will. And Rivich is going to keep it. Pitch it back late. Up the far sideline. 40, 35 to the 30-yard line. That's White Harmon on the carry, and that's going to do it. Warsaw wins. Final score. Warsaw 56, Goshen 7. Postgame coverage begins next on News Now Warsaw.
News Now Warsaw, WRSW, 1480 AM and W259BJ, 99.7 FM, Warsaw, Indiana.
You already know that State Farm agent Ott Schroeder offers great service. But what you probably didn't know is that State Farm also has surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. In fact, new customers call them jaw-dropping. And the surprise isn't reserved just for some. State Farm agent Ott Schroeder has surprisingly great rates for everyone in Kosciuszko County. Give Ott a call at 574-269-2020 for your surprisingly great rates today. Just be sitting down when you do. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Browers Furniture and Flooring is the largest furniture and flooring store in Kosciuszko County. Browers' expansive 55,000 square foot showroom offers a stunning selection of luxury furniture and premium flooring. Whether you're looking to revamp your living space or simply add a touch of class, explore the finest pieces that combine style and comfort, and find the perfect flooring to complete your dream home. Open Monday through Saturday, Browers Furniture and Flooring, 3333 East Center Street in Warsaw.
I'm your neighbor. You see me at Optimist, you see me at church, you see me at the grocery store. I'm just a regular guy with a law degree who has the know-how to get you the win. I'm Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. With millions of dollars won for clients, call me. I'll give you my personal cell, and we can start working together. The initial call's always free. I handle all types of injuries, falls, crashes, defective products, and more. Call me today, Travis McConnell, your personal injury lawyer. Just say, hey, Google, look up the Law Office of Travis McConnell. Office, Warsaw.
Elliott Custom Trailers and Carts invites you this fall to the widest variety of custom trailers and golf carts in northern Indiana. Hurry in for season-ending prices with 0% financing on all new E-Z-Go and Mad Jack's carts through Sheffield Financial, LLC. Plus, get at least $1,000 off all 2024 new Mad Jack's carts. Go in and find out all of the great deals on new and used golf carts. Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, US 30 East Warsaw, where you are always a winner.
Warsaw Tiger Football on News Now Warsaw is brought to you by The Glass Doctor, Alderfer, Bergen & Company, Splendor Boats, Rab Water, JBC and Associates, Crossroads Bank, Bearded Bigfoot Detailing, Elliott's Trailers and Carts, Flowtech, WR Hall Insurance, R&B Car Company, Reinhold's Town Square Furniture, Rock Hill Pinnock, Bobcat of Warsaw, Sim Financial, Metzger Property, The Spectacle Shop, Otts Schroeder State Farm, the Law Office of Travis McCuddle, Brower's Furniture Flooring, and SurfNet. And now for post-game coverage once again, here's Roger Grossman and Andy Menace.
Warsaw 56, Goshen 7 here at Fisher Field tonight. 3 second-half scoring plays. The first belongs to Dalen Fitzpatrick, a 1-yard run with 3:20 to go in the third quarter. The extra point by Smythe made it 49-0. Then Goshen, with their only score of the game, came about 2 minutes later at 1:10 of the third. A Carter Diaz pass to Anthony Longstreet, 57 yards for the score. The extra point by Marco Macias was good, and that made it 49-7. And then Warsaw scored on a 97-yard kickoff return immediately following that on the ensuing kickoff. Tristan Wilson ran it the distance right down the middle of the field, 97 yards. The time ran out in the middle of that play, so they kicked the extra point at the start of the fourth quarter, and at that point, that made it 56-7 Tigers, and they went on for the victory. Again, 56-7. Warsaw now 2-1. Goshen falls to 0-3. It's time for tonight's Drive the Game, brought to you by Stonehenge Golf Course, a championship course steeped with tradition on Pierceton Road in Warsaw. See why people are raving about their banquet and conference room with a capacity up to 80. Reserve your holiday, wedding, or important meeting now. I'm going with the first drive of the game. Warsaw lost the toss, got the ball first, started at their own 37-yard line after kind of a rolling kick down the field. Not really your traditional onside kick, but a rolling kick down the field. Warsaw fell on it at the 37-yard line, and that's where they started. And my, what an up-and-down roller coaster ride we had from there. Warsaw fumbled the ball 3 times in the process of that drive. They had it go out of bounds once, and they recovered it 2 other times. So they dodged the bullet, massively so, and they ended up going all the way in. 13 plays, 65 yards in 6 minutes and 53 seconds. Drew Sullivan with the last 4 yards to score with 5:17 left to play in the opening quarter. Mason Smythe booted the extra point through, and it was 7-0. Right after that, Cohen-Head, he picked off a pass, ran it in 11 yards for a score, and Warsaw was on their way to the easy victory, 56-7. That's the drive of the game, brought to you by Stonehenge on Pierceton Road in Warsaw. We have scores to give you. We have stats. Andy's play of the game is fascinating. I can't wait to see what he came up with. That's all coming up next here on News Now Warsaw.
Elliott's Heating and Air Conditioning is now partnering with Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, providing you with heating, air conditioning, and plumbing service and installation. For over 40 years, they have built the trust in our area to keep your home feeling great.
This is Elizabeth from South Whitley. We hired Elliott to do a complete install in our home. They did a fantastic job and are amazing to work with. We recommend them to everyone.
Trust and have confidence in using the local folks looking out for you. Elliott's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, now partnering with Flowtech.
You see a worn, out-of-date shower. We see an up-to-date shower with a beautiful glass enclosure custom designed for you. A Glass Doctor specialist will transform your old shower into a bright, upscale sanctuary that's timeless. It may even increase your home's resale value, all for less than you might think. Schedule an in-home design consultation with the Glass Doctor specialist today.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint. Oh, yeah!
It's that time of year again. Football is back, and soon it's time to sign up for the open enrollment of Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D drug plans, and individual health care plans through the Affordable Care Act. Contact JBC and Associates to update new plan designs and find out about increased subsidies to help reduce marketplace premiums. Call John at 574-527-1295. Call with any questions and be ready to sign up for the Medicare plans beginning October 15th and for individual health care plans on November 1st. Go Tigers!
As one of the leading estate sales companies in the area, Metzger Property Services has decades of communal experience between their qualified real estate agents. Metzger lists and sells all types of real estate at auction or private sale. Whether it's agricultural, residential, commercial, or developmental, there is an agent with the experience you need working for you. For sales or acquisitions, private or auction, give them a call and find out the many benefits of buying or selling real estate at auction. Metzger Property Services, expanding your horizon, generation after generation.
False start, pass interference, offsides.
All bad things in football.
Spotty dishes, rust stains, dry skin and hair.
All bad things when it comes to your water. Rab Water Systems All-Star Team can help eliminate your water penalties. Home of the non-electric Connecticut, which provides clean, clear water 24/7 without electricity. Call or visit rabwater.com to fix your water.
If it's urgent and you need it now, it's on News Now Warsaw.
Final tonight here from Fisher Field. Warsaw 56, Goshen at 7. Time for the final stats. They're brought to you by Alderfer Bergen & Company. Let them be the head coach of your financial planning team. Alderfer Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderferbergen.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. There's a fun little game that Rob Reniker and I used to play. When Rob kept the stats, he would make me guess in nights like tonight how many rushing yards we had. We played that game with Andy, and he lost. If you're listening, he lost, and he lost bad. Warsaw had 20 first downs, 42 carries for 390 yards rushing. That's 9.3 yards per attempt. 5 of 8 passing for 76 yards. So Warsaw ran 50 plays for 466 yards. Again, amazingly, Warsaw did not have a turnover, but they had every right to have 3 on the opening drive, but they did not. And Warsaw committed 8 penalties for 45 yards. Goshen had 7 first downs. They ran the ball 14 times for 41 yards. That's almost 3 yards a carry. Carter Diaz, the quarterback, was 7 of 13 passing for 162 yards. So they ran 27 plays for 203 total yards. They threw 2 interceptions, and those were their 2 turnovers. They were penalized 6 times for 36 yards. Individually for Warsaw, Drew Sullivan, 9 carries for 89 yards. Quentin Brock, 3 for 24. Evan Davis, 2 for 35, including a 28-yarder. Robbie Hoffert, 5 for 26. Brody Duncan, 5 for 53, including a 24-yarder. Tucker Reed, 4 for 37, and his last 2 got to the end zone. And I told you, those are not the only 2 touchdowns he's ever going to get. This kid is going to know where the end zone is, and he's going to have lots of opportunities to do that again. Dalen Fitzpatrick, 6 carries for 27 yards. Go down here to the bottom. Wyatt Harmon, 2 carries, 59 yards. Again, the future is just fine at the skill position for Warsaw. And then Alex Vallejo, 3 carries, 25 yards, and Ethan Rivich, 2 carries for 11 yards. So a really good night for the Tiger offense. After what happened last week, they knew that this was going to be a different kind of a game. They needed the game to play out this way. They got people off the field early, and now they can get ready for the W game.
Yeah, and it's a good bounce-back game. You know, like you said, it started kind of, I want to say, like poorly. It wasn't poor, but
you can go ahead and say that.
It was just not. It was like an engine that just misfiring. It was just misfiring. Balls on the ground, false starts. But we got about 7 or 8 plays in, and we started running. Like I said, 4 or 5 yards at a carry. We score, and then defense right away. Tackle for loss, interception. Okay, I like where we're headed right now.
14-0,
right.
and basically that was the ball game right there.
Yeah.
That took all the drama out of it.
Yep.
56-7, Warsaw wins it. The final stats are brought to you by Alderfer Bergen & Company, 122 West Market Street, Warsaw, and online at alderferbergen.com. By the way, they just finished revamping their website. It is beautiful. I highly recommend it. And no, I didn't have anything to do with putting it together. They did an excellent job with it, so you need to check it out, alderforbergen.com. Play of the Game is coming up next here on News Now Warsaw.
Stay connected to what's important this fall. With Surf's affordable fiber-fast internet, you can stay connected to friends and family with unlimited data caps, no throttling, and no lagging for as low as $25 a month with autopay. With our all-in pricing and price lock guarantee, there are no hidden fees and no surprises. And as a local provider, with customer service representatives from your community, we understand your needs and are here to help. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas. Go to surfinternet.com to learn more and for full offer details.
One of the most popular questions we get asked at Reinhold's Furniture is, when is your next sale? The answer is right now. The Labor Day Savings Event is underway at Reinhold's, and it's a great time to save on furniture for every room in your home. Getting to Reinhold's is easier than ever. In addition to our Warsaw location, we now have opened a second location in downtown Columbia City. We're here to stay, but this sale isn't. Stop into either location before September 7th for the selection and savings you've been waiting for. Reinhold's Furniture in Warsaw and Columbia City. Your friends in the furniture and mattress business.
Whether you need to finance home improvements or a last-minute vacation, Crossroads Bank offers a variety of loan options to meet your needs, including consumer loans, home equity, lines of credit, and others. Stop in and see them in Columbia City, North Manchester, Peru, South Whitley, Syracuse, Wabash, or Warsaw. Crossroads Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Where your bank and your life meet, Crossroads Bank.
The cold weather is coming, so now is the time to visit Splendor Boats in Warsaw for all their off-season boating services. Indoor, safe, and clean boat storage, winterization, and shrink wrapping. Splendor can also change the look of your pontoon by replacing that old carpet flooring with new marine-grade vinyl. Redeck over the winter and have it ready to go next spring. Plus, redo your boat's furniture and canvas tops with their canvas and upholstery department. Splendor Boats, a small family business for big family fun.
Sim Financial Advisors have been in the game for over 55 years. Quarterbacking financial planning for families and businesses. Picture this. You're at the Warsaw Community High School game. The stands are buzzing, faces painted, and the energy is electric. And guess what? Sim is making a play of its own. They are covering the cost of all sports passes for every student. So pack those stands, unleash your inner tiger, and get ready to roar in the Sim Zone. Visit sim.com to learn more. Go Tigers.
Your home for Tiger Sports. News Now, Warsaw.
Warsaw 56, Goshen 7. Time for the Play of the Game, brought to you by Havrilla and Nolan, LLC, attorneys at law. Call Felicity and Carrie with elder law questions and for assistance securing Medicaid. Havrilla and Nolan, 121 West Market Street in Warsaw, and online at hnllc-law.com. Mr. Manis, your play of the game.
Well, we kind of alluded to it last segment. You know, we had that shaky first drive, kind of corrected a little bit at the end, but really Cohen Heddy's pick six, 11 yards out, just a kind of a breakdown with Goshen's pass play there. Cohen read it perfectly, did what Cohen does, catches the ball out of the air, runs it in, 14-zip, and the Tigers never look back.
Yeah, it was a screen pass on third down.
Yep.
They were looking for Clevenger in the middle of the field, and the pass just went right over his head. And Cohen was exactly where he should have been and caught that ball right in his midsection and made a beeline for the Iron Tigers at the south end of Fisher Field. Got there, made it 13-0, and from there, Warsaw went on to the easy victory. That's a good call. It's your first hard call. You did a good job.
Because there's so many good plays tonight.
I know. Well, you scored 56 points. Where do you start?
Right.
Yeah, 56-7 Warsaw wins it. The Play of the Game brought to you by Havrilla and Nolan at 121 West Market Street in Warsaw and online at hnllc-law.com. We have scores that Steve has compiled, and we will give you those next on News Now Warsaw.
Your local auto owner's insurance agency is the W.R. Hall Insurance Group. Hi, this is Mike Hall. My family's 100-plus years in business are more than just a milestone. We've been building trust for over a century by serving the needs of local clients to the best of our abilities. We offer the best quality service that comes with the experience and industry insight by providing home, auto, business, farm, and life insurance. Let us at W.R. Hall Insurance Group find out if auto owner's insurance makes sense for you. Simple, human sense.
Here we go.
You know why to go to R&B Car Company, right? 90 days till your first payment, $3,500 minimum for your trade. And with locations in South Bend, Warsaw, and now Fort Wayne, you need to find out why we are where you ought to be. Because financing available with any kind of credit, we got banks that cater to everyone. No matter the need, from compacts to big honking diesels, fast and friendly service, and the best deal bottom line. So shop now and get pre-approved at rbcarcompany.com.
Hello, I'm Jay Rigdon. This is the time of year when many of us wave goodbye to our children heading off to college. But did you know there are steps your attorney can take to make sure you're there to help your child, even long distance? Whether you're at that stage or not, at Rock Hill Pinnock, we can help you prepare for your future with wills, trusts, and other estate planning tools. And if you're a grandparent getting ready to take care of the next generation of your family, it's vital you have advice from good estate planning attorneys. Call Rock Hill Pinnock at 267-6116 for an appointment to discuss your legal needs. Rock Hill Pinnock, lawyers you can count on.
Whoa, what's that?
Oh, that's Bearded Bigfoot.
The Bearded what?
The Bearded Bigfoot detailing team. I called them to help clean up our car after a long road trip. Bill and his team took care of our interior and exterior. They also handle ceramic coatings, paint correction, and so much more. Our car looked fresh off the lot. And now they clean up big rigs, trucks, tractors, big and small. Bearded Bigfoot, he'll detail them all.
Call Dylan and his team today at 574-551-4700 or find them on Facebook for a quote today at Bearded Bigfoot Detailing.
When you want the news, you want it now. News Now, Warsaw.
First night of Northern Lakes Conference play is complete, except for one game that's just finishing up. I bet it's, well, maybe a lot of passes. They might still be playing. Warsaw beat Goshen tonight, 56-7. The other finals, you had Northridge over Plymouth, 13-7. We don't have a final on Northwood Wawasee, but Northwood was comfortably ahead. Last check it was 42-14. And Concord leads Mishawaka in the fourth, 35-20. So Concord with the first big matchup of the NLC season, and they come away with their first big win at Jake Field. At this point, they're up 2 scores. It would take a miracle for Mishawaka to pull that out. Now, in the Three Rivers Conference, we have Cass, who knocked off Peru 24-20. Still games in progress because we got done early because of the running clock. These games are still going. Northwestern leads Southwood 21-10 in the second half. Rochester leads Whitco 42-12 in the second half. Maconaquah up 13-6 also in the second half. Columbia City leads Belmont in the fourth 55-0. Elkhart beat Washington. Is beating Washington in the fourth, 69-0. Tippecanoe Valley's up on Hammond Morton, 28-17. That's in the fourth quarter. Jimtown shut out Fairfield, 35-0. And the game between Glen and Blackhawk was postponed, canceled, because they won't be able to make it up tomorrow. And we don't know what happened, but Steve was able to find on Twitter where it talked about the game was canceled due to unfortunate circumstances within the team. We don't even know what team that is, right. Which team it is. Right. So hopefully we'll try to find out something. I hope everybody is okay. 56-7 here at Fisher Field. Warsaw wins. A final thought from you, sir.
Good bounce-back game. You know, we needed to play this kind of game today where starters get to play, you know, a couple quarters, and really good experience for some backups, some JV guys. But all in all, like coming back from a game like we experienced last Friday down in Indianapolis, just to come back, Northern Lakes game, we don't take anybody for granted. We go play our game the way we play. Let the score take care of itself, and I think that's what we did tonight.
Tigers survives a very shaky start to the game to pull away and win 56-7. They have 2-1 on the year, going to Wawasee for the W Trophy game next Friday night. We'll be on the air starting with pregame coverage, starting right at 6 o'clock. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock from Warrior Field. For Andy, for Austin, for Steve back in the station, I'm Roger Grossman. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Tiger fans, I know you enjoyed the outcome. Warsaw 56, Goshen 7. Stay tuned. Bob Lovell is coming up next. Good night.
You've been